Hello, welcome back to Metropolitan. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's better, huh? How y'all doing? Woo! It is the 18th of October. I prepared that number, so I know it's correct. How's everyone doing? It's a Thursday night over where I am in beautiful Montreal. It's getting cold. We're going below zero. I'm wearing a bunch of layers. That's the way to do it. And, well, it's a Bayoken deck. Wonder what that's about. How's everyone doing? Thanks so much for dropping by. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Maybe you're watching this on the VOD. Maybe you're having a good, largely any day at that point, besides any day before this day, because that doesn't work. Yo, Metropol Grid, what up? Hey, Andre HFM. How's it going? Giles. Never gonna get it. Jason, what's up? I'm glad these are going strong. Yo, Thursday night. That's a good night, you know? I'm glad you're still digging hit, showing up in the chat. Also, Ed Fortune, Jellyhead. Hello, good people. Good evening, sir. How you doing? Jasner, what's up? Happy Thursday, all. You look like a nail. We got hail and snow last night in here in Ottawa. Didn't stay. I'm still not okay with the situation. Yo, it's getting winter fast. We drove down to Vermont last weekend. Not the past weekend, the weekend before that. And like trees. Oh, beautiful. I'm not going to have leaves for much longer. Double, how's it going? Chris also. Woo! How you doing? What's this Bayoken deck about? It says spiky on it. That's cool. It's an HB deck. It has Urban Renewal. Not interested anymore, Bayoken. Don't like this card one bit. Fuck. Never. My screen name is your kryptonite. It's Davis from now on. Oh boy. Man, this deck, huh? Yeah. This is a cool combo. Black level clearance with Breaker Bay Grid is pretty cool because you res it for free, and then it's 5 credits and draw a card. If they take the brain damage eventually, they can't deal with this. That's largely your only play here. That's cool, I guess. Gatekeeper's a good card. If you're just tuning in, we got some Netrunner to play today. Full disclaimer, I was meant to, you know what? So I have this nicer camera that we've been using for a long time now on the channel. This is like the OG camera that we filmed a lot of tournament stuff with. And I have a capture card. I bought a capture card when we did our regionals back like a couple months ago. And I was like super excited. I was like, today we're going to stream and we're going to use this instead of a webcam because it's obviously much better quality. And it turns out it doesn't use HDMI. It uses HDMI mini. So I didn't have a cable for that. So I let myself down. Hopefully you too. And also, my stomach is so bad today. But that's okay. We're going to play some Netrunner. We got some decks that I've kind of pre-built. They haven't been tested, but it's kind of building off the idea last week. Last week we built a really run economy, very run-heavy Reina Roja deck, which is actually pretty interesting. We had 3 Lampreys in it, but I don't think we ever fired Lamprey off very consistently. And I want to try it in Shaper. There's specifically one Shaper ID I've never played. So we're going to go try that out. But first we have to start here with the deck list of the week, and this is actually the Eurigio winner, and I'm pretty sure that the Eurigio was streamed from Christian on Trace 5, and if you're not familiar with Christian and Trace 5, this is Christian's deck from Trace 5, and it looks like he won the thing. This is a slight modification of TF34's Tag Me Liza deck from Worlds. I think it came in like top 16. 9th. It's pretty good. Liza's actually a really fun deck. You saw Liza decks, generally, they want to go tag me. They don't care. You have some really bad matchups. Any matchup that's running, like, meat damage, you generally lose to a lot of the times. High-profile target just kind of kills you, and there's no protection really against it. Now, these decks specifically got hit by the most wanted list changes, the latest ones, which are now a couple months old. But the idea was that, what's this called, was, I think, banned from the game, right? Or restricted. One of them. But generally, the multi-axis card people used. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, that's not true at all. Mars for Martians, or Free Mars, whatever it's called. Mars. I'm just going to write Mars in here. Mars for Martians, this card got banned, right? So this was a really strong card in any Tag Me archetype. When this card came out, I was kind of upset about it, but like a 1 influence card that lets you recover from 0 is kind of crazy, considering one of the ways to fight against Tag Me decks classically was playing something like Closed Accounts. A lot of the older decks were actually really hard to kill with things like Scorched Earth or Boom because they could have really big hand size. So like one of your other only ways to maybe keep them out of the game for like a small window is just to like close their money, and then you can't do that anymore. Let alone now we have an ID that prints tags every turn. This card got banned, luckily. Yo, what's up, Spags? M for M banned. Yeah, that's the one, right? So you're seeing some changes with that. With Mars for Martian being banned, a lot of these decks aren't running counter surveillance, which is definitely a card that closes games out, but it's also very credit hungry, and it was a perfect combination with Mars for Martians into counter surveillance. It basically assured that you could get your combo off, your multi-axis with all the tags. But now a lot less decks, or a lot fewer decks, are running counter surveillance, and they're just running other ways to close the game. This one's interesting because it's running indexing. I've seen other versions run things like interdiction. That's not right at all. Equivocation, a card that is basically like multi-axis. Forces the corp to draw, which is cool. If they don't have any money, maybe you siphon them. So that's kind of cool, but this one's going straight on indexing, and then we have an apocalypse. Now these lists, these sort of tag me criminal lists were all over Worlds, and a lot of them did really well. Spags in chat actually played a deck that we played on the stream before, which is a 419 deck, and a lot of those decks were running 3 apocalypse, sometimes 2 indexing, stuff like that, and we're going 2 indexing, 1 apocalypse, and we just kind of try and get use our Liza Talking Thunder ability just to be aggressive. We don't really need to get on all the tags so that we can counter surveillance, because that's not on your deck. We're just trying to go as aggressive as possible, and we have some really cool cards for that. Man, what is this card called? Do we not have it? Yeah, whoa, wait, what? Do we not have that card that says Run HQ gain 7? We don't have that card, do we? What's with that? What's with that? Jellyhead Shaper. Oh yeah, I was looking forward tonight. That's gonna be good. There's a card that says Run HQ, take a tag, gain 7 credits. What's that one called? It's been a while since I played Criminal. We're not playing it. Okay. We got Legwork for multi-axis. We have Falsified Credentials, which is just a fine card for expose. Even in a non-expose heavy deck, mind you, we have some synergy with we have no Amakua. Yo, this deck is wild. Whoa, this is gonna be cool. This is not what I thought it was. Hot Pursuit. Thank you, Vicky. Also, how you doing? That's Hot Pursuit. Jim, how you doing? So thank you. Helios. Also, how are things? Things are okay. My stomach is falling apart this evening. Hopefully it'll be fine. How you doing? Okay, so we don't have Hot Pursuit. We don't have Amakua. Amakua is a really strong card, the turtle. Hey, Tanuki, what's up? Because we want to be running centrals just to get accesses to draw cards, and if you're running archives, you might as well get a turtle counter for it. We have Amina, which is a really aggressive card. It forces the corpse credits to go down once per turn. It's actually not a bad breaker anyways, specifically when dealing with Big Ice. It breaks Fairchild 3.0, which is pretty popular off the most wanted list for like 4 credits and they lose 1. We're trying to play that with credit kiting. We're trying to get our fem out with credit kiting. Saker's also pretty good if you want to keep the econ pressure on, but like, wow, this deck is actually pretty surprising to me. I would assume that there would be Aminas in here. I'd assume, or some not Aminas, Amakua's in here, and I would assume there would have been Hot Pursuit, but there isn't. We got Paragon, which is good. We got Rogue Trading, which is good. Man, maybe there's some other things in here I'm going to be surprised. Against like a meat damage deck, anything with high profile targets, the best we can do is embezzle it, maybe indexing it and keep dropping it lower. We have no inherent recursion, so we can only play 2 indexings and that's largely it. So yeah, we're just gonna run a lot. Let's see how this goes. I'm always excited to play run-based criminal. Run-based anything is fun. Running is a fun part of Netrunner, huh? Okay. People haven't been getting really upset with Apocalypse lately. I don't get it. I can see it. You destroyed their board. No one loves that. It's not fun for the corp. It's like, oh, cool. You did something that's like, actually, so the thing about Apocalypse is it's really hard to stop, right? Like, they can get in. They can run 3 runs. It's expensive, but like at the end of the day, if you wipe their board, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel particularly interactive, does it? 3 completed? 1-3. What happened? Did we forfeit a game? Happy birthday, Lisa. So that's the thing. Like, happy birthday, Lisa is a thing from. I assume people say Lisa a lot of times when they say her name. I don't think it's right. I think it's Liza, right? It's important we all agree on this. There can only be one right way of saying things. Liza Talking Thunder. Let's go. 50 cards too. Anti-APOC nerds, SMH. Yeah, like you can play Crisium, like you can fire some cool abilities, like maybe you want to keep up Marcus Batty, but like, you know, it's hard to stop an Apocalypse. The best thing you can do is play around it to some extent, like keep some ice in hand, and generally a lot of times is they want to embezzle for ice the turn that they're going to Apocalypse. So, you know, it is what it is. Mad Dog, what up? Happy Netrunning Day all. Hey, thanks, you too. Those are expensive breakers to flip over for APOC. They are, but like it's still worth it considering we have like 3 credit kitings, we get free card draw. Like it's probably fine. We have no way to flip him over, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. Corey says I prefer Netrunner. People finally realized you could just put APOC in the deck as a value 3 influence thing. That's how you pronounce Liza Minnelli. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah, right? Yeah, APOC is fine. Like, even unless you're playing a deck that has like a lot of like long-term resources, things like, you know, I guess Beth might not be the best example, but like data folding, stuff like that. And like if you look at this deck, this resource is both like transient and that it has like a shelf life, but also the corp probably wants to trash this sometimes. So like really it doesn't matter. We're gonna flip a Paragon and we can always pop our bankrolls first. And like we're running a Data Sucker, but we're not running Amakua, which is wild to me. But I guess like Data Sucker does help a fair bit with Fem. Saker boosts sometimes awkwardly. I'm in a maybe you can save 2 credits every once in a while. Liza sounds correct. Yeah, there you go. Res Architects. Yeah, we can't deal with Architect. Actually, we can. It's just kind of difficult. No, it's impossible, right? I closed the deck list. The thing with like Architect, you can de-res it and then trash it. The thing is, if it's on the central server, you'd have to get them less than 4 credits, then run the central server, then de-res it. And you can't play Emergency Shutdown in the same turn you Apocalypse unless you have extra clicks somehow. So yeah, we technically, abstractly, have tech here. Want to stop Apocalypse, you really need Idris Elba. Simpsons reference. Yeah, how's it going, Tataki? Very much a Simpsons reference. Hey. Whoa, On's way. Hey, Wayne. How's it going? Still gets me. All right. So this is an interesting matchup, and I think actually we're pretty favored to this because both we have a 50-card deck, and we have Inherent Draw, and we can deal with Kagugo, and we can siphon their money. Back in the days, one of the worst things Personal Evolution could sit across is a Criminal because they had cards like Keyhole, they had cards like Account Siphon, and could really just like goof them up all over the place. This hand's amazing. Hopefully we siphon them in turn 1. Also, just having a 50-card deck is really good because they can't grind you out. We still have to worry about burst kill. But also if they're running... Oh, fucking hell. They have 59 cards in their deck. Shit on me. That might mean it's harder to close the game. Maybe it's all 1-pointers. Please don't ice HQ. They iced HQ. Very fair. So we want to face check with... largely, we want to face check with a copy of... Fairy. Apathy, how's it going? Maui also. How's the night going so far? It just started. I gotta mute the microphone at some points because my stomach is just gonna like goof it up all over the place. So we have to kind of like watch our gas here, right? That was also a stomach reference. But like running archives is cool because we draw 2 cards, but we also don't want to like draw cards if we're gonna be throwing them out because you want as many cards as you can against P. What is this? I don't know. Our hand is so good. I want to get this down so we can de-res Kakugo. Kakugo is probably too expensive for them to res over and over again. If we want to de-res and put this back to hand. It also helps us like put it back to hand if we need to access like a Kaku, like a Obakata. I'm pretty good at stealing Obakata on Centros also because we draw twice. I think we'll just run archives. It's better than drawing. Say hi to the youngest member of your cheering section. You want me to open this? I'm gonna open it here. Yo, Kurtz, how's it going? Falsified Credentials is pretty good. We're weak to Psychic Field. Apathies, this is the new child. I am always like real suspect of opening images here. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Yeah. That's adorable. Congrats, man. That's awesome. How'd you get that made? That's so cool. Okay, we gotta figure our turn out. We can like expose this. If it's an agenda, it's pretty good for us. If it's a Psychic Field, it's like disastrous. If they score 3-1 to go down to 2 credits, like, I honestly don't know if we mind. If they scored, though, they will do 1 damage to us. So I think we're just going to install what we want to install. Maybe just getting credit. Not a great turn. Yo, Vincent, how's it going, man? It's been a while. Internet's amazing. You can get most anything made these days. Yeah, that's great, huh? That's super cool. All right. We still have a lot of hit points. We have 48 hit points. They still have 59 cards in their deck. Going decent, working tonight at midnight. Hey, buckle up, man. It was a melange? What? Obviously, we wanted to trash that. So we probably want to be aggressive. Like, the worst thing here is a Komainu, which is relatively bad. If they have melange, it probably means that they need money, or also they plan to spam things. They might just have a limited card pool. 59 cards might also mean like maybe they don't stick to that sort of like meta thing that we have where we all play 49 cards for some reason. So they might just be playing with a limited card pool. These cards suck. Fuck yeah, we're going HQ. Hopefully they res something big. Maybe we de-res it. If it's on HQ, it's pretty bad. I would think we don't have Sneak Door. Oh. Are we de-resing this? No, we can siphon them next turn. We don't need to de-res this now. Match strength of envelope. Uh-oh. We're taking that damage. Hopefully we keep this. You can net me. Alright, so we want to lose a strike probably. Ah, beans! Really? What? 1 and 6. Okay. We're gonna hit a snare here too. Anansi. Oh, that's an issue. We can't fem that, so we're gonna have to ferry it or de-res it. Fuck. Ruse Cruise, right? Andre, did you ask how a baby got made? Now the jumper. Yikes. That sucked. This is a double, so we can't play the new Siphon, the Diversion of Funds. We get Embezzle for Ice, which might be okay right now. I honestly don't feel that bad doing it. They only have 4 cards in hand. If we hit the Nazi, we're like way head up. But man, we would have wanted... Maybe we didn't actually want to hit this with Emergency Shutdown, considering. Yeah, let's embezzle them. It cost us what? Wow, 4. No rush, huh? The answer to how did a baby got made was the internet is amazing. You can get most anything made these days. Ooh, fundraiser. Okay, we got money. We know 1 in 4. 1's in a Nancy. I don't think this deck will have that much ice. That might just be the Nancy. So I think we're just going to go for a nice Siphon here. Yeah, we're going to go for the Siphon. It draws us 2 cards. It's just good. And if they have less than 8 credits, which Siphon will put them at 7, we can check this and not worry about the Nancy. This thing costs us 4 to break. This is like Eli, right? That's crazy. We definitely want to de-res this at some point. We're also going to draw 2 cards here, which is great. What you thought on ignoring the conventional 44-49 corpse and cutting 4 cards for more speed and consistency? Rain, I think it sometimes works. I've seen it in some very aggressive Wayland decks where like all you want to do is top deck your like... Oh, that's really good too. Like some strong cards. It makes sense. I don't think it always makes sense, but there are reasons to do it for sure. So they can't resonancy, so I think we're just going to charge this server. Snare last click for tag doesn't matter. If they have like double neural, we can die to a snare here. The Almana is also really sweet. It deals with code gates, high strength code gates really well. Cortex Lock is only going to do 2 damage to us, so they still have the Nazi in hand. So that's going to do 2 damage. If we access a snare, we die. Oh, we could have falsified it. I guess we didn't have enough clicks. So, like, I don't actually care to access an agenda here. They're also playing with a bigger card full. If this is a snare, we die. It's a brain trust. Okay, so we take 1 damage. We die to double neural. Damn, we lost embezzle. Yeah, there's some reasons to do it. I've seen some aggressive decks. The thing is, like, if you're a more glacier deck, sometimes you want to spur your agendas. If you have a way to deal with your agendas quickly, it's probably okay. Maybe to play a rush deck. I managed to get almost all of the data packs. Only Old Hollywood, Chrome City, and Rain and Reverie, all of which are extremely scarce. Yo, Old Hollywood's a really good pack. I'm not sure what's actually in Chrome City, and Rain and Reverie obviously is great, but Old Hollywood is a really strong pack. Okay, that might be the Nazi again. They're only on 4 credits, and we can start de-resing stuff. As soon as they read code gates, it's also a liability for them, but if they don't have money, there's not a lot they can do. Chrome City and Underway took me months to get. I have fun with 45 card sync. I mean 40 card sync, obviously, yeah. Okay, so they didn't do much. They gained a credit they drew, which is fine. So until they put Breach Domes into archives, it's a pretty, like, we just draw 2 cards for a single click. Now, we do interact with them, which means we risk things like, yeah, we don't have Sneak Door in this deck either. That's wild. So putting these down actually means we don't have to deal with the Cortex Lock. I'm fine with that. We want to set up for this soon, but we want to figure out, like, if we do it now, they could just res their ice. Running last click, how bad is that? If we hit snare, we can die to neural if they do credit neural, which isn't very good. This card actually is better than Bankroll. Maybe they're both fine. We'll draw once more. That was an awkward turn. We want to get this down because it saves us money with this thing. Like, we're spending 2 to bump here. I don't want to do that. I found R&R, but ended up having to pod the last couple of data packs I was missing. Yeah, you can always do that, right? If you have like high strength scans, which they exist on the internet, on Reddit too, you can always just print them out yourself now. Go to like makeplayingcards.com. I think we did the math, right? Like, so if Nisei puts out nice PDFs, I think we do want a dirty laundry here. If Nisei puts out nice PDFs of the cards, I think it comes down to around 13 bucks per data pack to print cards on high quality. Fairy's good, but we don't have MU for it. When it comes to I forget what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you go to make playing cards, it's about, if you order like 6-7 people, if you split it with a meta, it's like 13 bucks a data pack, which is like comparable. It's more work though. You have to format your cards. Okay. 2 envelopes. Again, we can de-res this if we want. They don't have enough money for snare, which is a really cool time to access. This game is going to probably drag on, and like, just because they have a lot of cards. And we're running these though, which is good. We don't know what restricted card they're on. So we can pay a bunch of money to de-res this. I don't think we're comfortable enough to do that. Man, I wish we had more embezzles. Another Anansi. Damn. We could run HQ. Only pay 2 credits a lot of the times. I'm just gonna do this. It's like clicking for credit, but you also get a data sucker token. We might have to pop this soon if we don't find a Paragon, just to like get a Fairy down. Fairy is one of the best ways to deal with Anansi. I'm part of the StimHack forum, not the Slack. So give me just a bit to get that figured out. You can pull Slack on your phone. You can also just go to stimhack.slack.com to do it online. It's probably still a pretty active place. I was never that big on StimHack Slack. I don't know why. All right, they're purging it, and purging it's like kind of a weird thing to do, and we can always just like re-access there. Like we just lost 3 data sucker tokens, but like if they didn't ice this up, we can kind of just go in. There's a chance that they threw out Breach Dome, which I guess we'll find out now, but otherwise, like they're wasting time, they're wasting our time. We do mill ourselves eventually though if we interact with them. Okay, and they threw out an Anansi. What is in their hand? I think we want to go find out. Again, they don't have snare money. If we embezzle here, it's not that great. 3 credits, there's not a lot of sentries we have to worry about. I think it's like Chrysalis, maybe? And they haven't rezzed the code gate yet, which is pretty good for them. We're not rolling in cash, are we? Yeah, we're missing out on that Hot Pursuit card. So Data Sucker doesn't save anything here. We could consider de-resing one of them, but we know they have another Anansi in hand. Shipment from Kaguya. Wow. That's wild. So this actually kind of matters for Fem. Femming, this would be okay. Femming a DNA tracker, if they're playing it, would be pretty good. We could just play Strike. It doesn't look like they're going to score out anytime soon. Otherwise, we have to throw out a card, and I don't love that. We're just going to run Archives here. Again, it's like giving one of these and one of those, which is better than clicking for credit. We have to pop this, though, what we might eventually do anyways, just to get down the Fairy. It's going to be a grind of a game, and we're drawing 2 cards a turn. Icing up Archives seems pretty good. And that's cool about having a de-resed ice in front of HQ. It's like if we siphon them, they can res the ice. Unless it's the Anansi. Let's do that thing that we do. It's an Enigma. Oh, that's a really bad res. Because we can now bleed them a credit. It looks like we can't break it. I don't want to pop this. I think we pop this. Ah, this card seems pretty good. We'll draw more. So they lose a credit. So we pay 2. We get 2 cards back in the Data Sucker token. They lose 1. Like, that's never great. How do we make this? Corp loses 1. Got him. How does that happen? Did that fire? Hold on. 7. 5 credits. 3. No. Oh, sorry. You should lose a credit. It's not. Let me take it from you. I think this has to be done during the encounter, maybe. Thanks. Indexing good. Thanks. So indexing is definitely a way that we can close the game off. I don't want to shut this down. We didn't draw into any more money, so we need to get like our siphon off. I don't see how this deck has a lot of money. Rogue trading would be pretty good right now too. But like, yeah, we just have too many cards. That first melange would be pretty great. This card's good. I think this is the worst one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just not great right now. So Paragon also would be really good. Not only does it give us a credit per run, but it lets us filter our draw, which is really strong. I think next turn we'll just go off on the indexing and see what we can find. The thing about derezzing this is like why are they purging? Like we're just gonna grind the game out at this point. Like we can make them lose their credit. That makes these really annoying though. That might not be the wrong play. So what do we want to do here? We can run HQ. It's gonna cost us 4 credits. Siphon's bad. Everything's bad. I think we actually have to make a play where we derez this and just start slamming it. So we'll run HQ, pay 4, derez that, and then just slam R&D. If they click for 4 times for credits, like we're fine with it. But we can always run this first and then run that. Yeah, let's go HQ. Oh, we can actually derez both of them, right? That's kind of interesting. Is that right, ever? I don't think so. We go down to 1 credit. Seems bad. Shipment from Kaguya. Ah, as soon as we draw our fam. The turn after we threw out credit cutting, which probably should have been expected. So they can click for 3 next turn, but we can always like bleed them for 1. I regret not having our bankroll would have done so well. Snare, great. They don't have the credits to fire that. It's a 1 in the bin. Again, there's 3 and 59 cards, so I don't know whether that's good or bad for us. Trickleite. Okay, that makes sense with Shipment from Kaguya. I think that this is the least likely card to be good. And now if they click for 3 credits, we can always like run archives and then go ahead and index them. Why not derez the bird? It's going to make our hand size really bad, and then we'll put us on 1 credit, which is really hard to get out of. We have no cards besides rogue trading that get us out as a 1 credit pool. Kinchin, what's up? Why no indexing here? We're going to indexing now. Like this turn they can't do much, right? They have to click for 3 credits, and then we can index. We could have done it that turn, but we just don't get that many accesses, right? Because we have to do index run, and this turn we can do index. Like we can run multiple times. We're not in any rush in this matchup. Like we really are not. They have a lot of cards. The fact that they're drawing here too, like we have 1 copy of legwork. We want some HQ pressure at some point because they clearly are not able to score agendas at this point in the game. So they're probably flooding up in HQ. Also, how's it going, Kinchin and Tokes? We can consider the derez of the bird for sure, but yeah. I don't want to discard cards. We've thrown a couple cards. So they could ice up here, I guess. Not a lot they could do. Mirage would be good. Alright, so we actually checked that for free. Psychic Field would be kind of bad. Falsified would be a nice way to make money. We can kind of ignore it though. Like they're on 2 credits. So the only really bad thing is if it's a melange. So what's the play here? If it's a melange, it's really bad. If it's a Psychic Field, it's really bad. I guess we can index first and see how things go. We know they can't res this. It can't be a Jackson. There's no shuffle effects like that. Unless it's an executive boot camp, which honestly, if they're playing melange, maybe. Oh, oops, whoops. That's not good. Let's click that. That's a good player. Let's go. Cortex is blank now. Why not check it? Yeah, we could just check it. I want to get the falsified credentials money, though. Oh, we have a rogue trading. Actually, maybe money doesn't matter. We could just check it. Replacement effects, thank you. Wow. Whoa! Okay. So don't like want to give him a celebrity gift for sure. Hokusai Grid's okay. It could just be a Hokusai, which they could res. It's probably not the worst. They can draw a Junebug. It's fine. Yeah, if they're having Junebug, we'll keep the falsified. We'll just check it. So Hokusai can go down there. Anansi is actually a really bad draw for them because they have no money. Party requisition Anansi Junebug. Okay. This is definitely really good. We don't even take damage because the strike is up. And that might be why they're playing Anansi, because they have this. They might actually have a limited card pool, or at least an interesting card pool if they're playing this in a Jinteki. Yeah, we could check this. Psychic Field, we can always draw once, and then they don't have enough money to double Neuralize. Pad campaign. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I guess that's not far off the mark. We could, in theory, falsify it if we really wanted to. I don't think that's going to be necessary. All right, we know the next 4 cards. Yeah, core set, right? Super core set. So the melange is interesting. It does give them the ability to duck some part of the diversion of funds, which is pretty good. They're actually resing it, so they go down to 1 credit, and they just drew an Anansi off the top. We know the next one's Junebug, and they're purging, which is so wild considering R&D is open. And now we have this weird fork here. It's like, do we want to trash the Junebug, or do we want them to draw it? I honestly don't mind if they draw it. We actually probably should trash this, which I think we install Rogue Trading, take credits off of it, and then just go trash that. Like, they have literally no money. Letting them have this is going to be a mistake. It's unfortunate because part of our game is to make sure they can't play the game, but like, that's how we don't get hit by snares, make sure they don't have credits. They probably want to trash this. There's no way to click a double twice, so that's fine. Yeah, they're really hating on the data sucker, which is honestly not that important. If we had Amakua, those purges seem a lot better. So they're clicking for 1. They're trashing a Rogue Trading. That's pretty good fundamentals if they're a newer player. Trashing resources is pretty good. A lot of people don't do it. All right, we knew they drew a Junebug. Running HQ has a fair bit of value here, considering what's next on top of it. It was like Anansi, Junebug, Hokusai, Celeb Gift, and I don't care about the Hokusai. They can res it. If they can't have credits, they can't fire Stargans. It's a zero-sum game. It's good. So if we want to be really shitty, we can run this to make them lose a credit. We can use that as a play around Hokusai. That's cool. I'll just run R&D. I think we see a Hokusai off the top. The Celebrity Gift is coming. We can maybe play around that to some extent to make sure they don't start the turn on 2 credits, which means that they can credit Celebrity Gift. That being said, Celebrity Gift shows us a lot. We don't know that much that they've drawn. Oh, this will be good. Okay, we're back in it. They want to credit trash it, it's fine. How can you say Data Sucker hasn't been good? They spent 3 turns purging. Oh, it's been great. We just haven't lately. We literally haven't used it, you know? This is the sort of game, if we draw Apocalypse, we probably win. Besides the fact that we need to draw our last Saker, considering they're running Envelope. They might be running Kakugo as well. I guess we could Fem one of those. So they drew Hokusai. That's apparently on R&D. That's fine. I would trade 2 credits for a card at this point. Especially when we keep this. Falsified is only on a remote? Yeah. The more you know. So this is a Celebrity Gift. If they res this, they're far away from Celebrity Gift, which is fine for us. They might not res it. It's kind of a weird res, right? I guess, I don't know what happens first. When the turn is successful run. So I think we draw first. Yeah. Oh, we lost a Paragon! Oh, the net damage has been so good. We lost a Paragon. Card from deck, doesn't matter. We know what this is. That's a Celebrity Gift. So we'll go ahead and trash that for sure. Alright, so they can't play Celebrity Gift. So now we want to keep their money down for sure. We want to take this. I don't like throwing out cards at all. The Paragon would have been so good. It's actually like a playable card. Let's just play 2 cards from hand. We could go HQ here for 2. Seems good. They can't purge if we don't have it. 37 left in R&D. Yeah, they're playing a 59 card deck. It's just going to be like a slog. Luckily, this breaks R&D lock now. We could consider de-resing here, but our hand size is just like way too big. I don't want to throw out 2 cards. There's a chance we win it here. Like, they're running 3-pointers and 2-pointers. Yeah, that's it. GG. So we did the criminal thing. We pressured their economy. We pressured their ice. Like, that's the basic stuff that you want to be doing. And you can see, like, they were drawing, and they had literally no strat of, like, no potential way of scoring out. There's definitely agendas in HQ, considering they've been drawing for a while. Cheers. That was the thing, is, like, we knew that they had Project Junebug, so even if they don't have, like, a remote that's secure or even iced at this point, like, they can still do install advance. The thing is, like, we are a criminal with falsified credentials, so that play isn't that good. Right, we'd be like, okay, asset, okay, it's a Junebug, we don't run it, we'll take 4 credits, and then we know when and when not to run. We didn't even see any motions either way, but like, in theory, maybe this deck didn't need a remote server, but yeah, falsified credentials helps a lot. Why is Chrome City so scarce? I want Cybernetics Division. Yeah, that ID is powerful, huh? You know what, actually, that ID won Eurigio. Like, the other deck that Christian was playing, is a Cybernetics Division deck. I think it published here. Maybe not. Actually, these are probably not sorted by date. It was a Cybernetics. It's like a Motion Cybernetics deck that somebody else built. So yeah, let's do one more of these before we do something else. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name's Andre. How's it going? Thanks so much for dropping by. If you're new to the game is still really great. Maybe you want to make an account in either chat. We're on Twitch and YouTube. Both chats are pretty great. Ask some questions, meet some people. It's definitely a bit of a difficult game to get into. There's a pretty steep learning curve, but let me tell you, it's definitely worth it. And I really hope that we can make that learning curve as shallow as possible. So, buckle up, huh? I started the stream on like the main camera and I didn't realize for like 2 seconds, so there's gonna be a little treat in the VOD once this is over. That's why you started real young. That's about the time that they're like really excited to play Netrunner. There's gonna be a new Netrunner out, right? It's like every 20 years or something. That's when a new Netrunner game comes out. It was actually like 20 years, right? Like 93 was the end of OG Netrunner, and it's like 2012 was the new one. $16 games tonight. That's not bad. So the FFG official support of Netrunner ends on Monday, on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's October 22nd, which is, you know, to some extent not great. But Nisei said specifically they're going to start like putting things out on the 23rd once they basically have that open water. So that's kind of exciting, actually, to see what happens. I did end up watching the video that Bayokin Benny did last week. There's 2 videos, actually. With Gregory Tung. It was pretty great. It's an interesting watch to talk about card design. It was cool. If you want to be involved in that or watch it, and like by involved, it's really cool because like Gregory's just been putting out like prompts on Twitter, and like people are saying, pitching ideas. And the thing is, like, you don't have to pitch a balanced card, you don't have to pitch a good card. People are not going to be like, this card sucks or anything like that. It's just so that people are bouncing ideas off one another, because at the end of the day, you know. But FFG support ended on the 11th. No, I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd. I think so, at least. Because it would have been over by now, right? Yeah. Also, I guess this week in Canada legalized marijuana. Pot's legal in Canada, which is kind of like surreal. It's pretty wild. It's been a day so far, and like just the entire country has changed fundamentally. Everyone's just high all the time. It's hard to it's mostly hospitals that fell apart, really, because it's been cool. I think university level Andre would be a lot more excited, but that's okay. Hey, Cybernetics Division, we're in. Hand is okay. Hey. Thanks. You too. Alright, so let's talk about this matchup. We need to keep cards out of our hand, which is a problem because we're drawing. They're on 44 cards because they can, and their hand size is only 4, so HQ pressure is really strong. Now, one of the best cards in the matchup, indexing is really good if they're on motion traps, because we don't have to fucking deal with that. Brain Damage Ice comes in Code Gates and Sentries. Having this early is not very good if we have to pay for it. I think we actually high roll to Better Ice. I want to falsify it so that if they motion something turn 1, we can like not have to deal with it. Yeah, okay, that's better, right? Speaking the brain devil will appear. I like my HB31 agenda idea that gives you an archive memories token when scored. That seems really cool. Wait, that's basically, isn't that just... That's Vitruvius, isn't it? Suhas, how's it going? Cheers, Ontario resident here. It's surreal, right? How's it in Ontario? I've heard like things about long lines and stuff like that. I'm still not fully understanding like how a lot of components of that whole idea works, but I used to have both centrals. They kept their hand. So the thing is, we're gonna draw no matter what we do. So like if we play 1, 2, 3, and then run, we'll have 4 cards, which seems perfect. We want to run once a turn if we want to get through our deck. This gives us a credit. Another credit lets us scry our deck. If we want to do that, we'll do the bankroll first, then we'll do the Paragon. Do we want to draw, use Paragon? Okay, I always do this wrong. Add Employee Strike to the bottom of your stack. I actually like Employee Strike in this matchup. Gives us some flexibility. It's not the best card, but it's not the worst. No. And we drew an Apocalypse, so the writing's on the walls. No physical stores here, unfortunately, but yeah, it's neat. Cries one less advancement. It does. That's the problem though. It's like recursion honestly is something in the game that can be an issue. Okay, unadvanced card in a server. We can always check if first click if we were respecting Fairchild 3.0. Any other brain damage thing, like they can't res. We can always do fairy run it. Fairchild 3.0 is actually really bad though. But like they can't res a brainstorm. All the other brain damage ice we can click through. Yeah, I'll check this. We gotta be aggressive anyways. We want them to res their ice. Yeah, Easter egg benefits both sides for sure, but like we played some wild matches, I think last week or the week before, where like we were playing with like 0 hand size, so they're not resing. Might actually be FC3. Paragon fires, add Sacred to bottom of the stack. No, I like that card. Oh, Rashida, that's good. So if we run here, we're gonna draw 2, which might not be the best thing for us to do right now. We can also poke HQ, which is probably fine when they have 3 cards, but then we're gonna draw 2 anyways. We can always install Fairy and then another piece of ice. Now, we are not respecting Fairchild 3 if we face check on click 2. So we could just play it safe and run archives and then click run here first click. I heard the Canadian productivity is due to fall record lows while stocks and convenience store snacks is going through. It's about tertiary businesses. You gotta invest in those, you know? I don't think we need the Sacred right away, but I'm pretty cool with playing Gamble into Fairy just so we have 4 cards in hand and then we can face check HQ next turn. If you're playing a Rashida, that might not mean that. Well, Rashida's almost always good, but like Rashida's kind of hard when you have that little hand size. Maybe they're looking for ice. Friends in places called Suburbs Movement Museum of History. Yeah, like recursion might be an issue in the game. In Ontario, given who's running our provincial government, the advent of legal pot is well timed. Hey, yo, Zinger. All right, so they're drawn up again. Their ability is really bad for them. Like having a corp with 4 hand size is actually pretty bad compared to a runner with 4 hand size. We'll go check this first click. Again, we can deal with the brainstorm, which is 9 to res, I think, so don't really need to. And again, we'll check HQ when we are comfortable with it, which is when we have 3 clicks to hit through a Fairchild 3 or we have an Amina. This also gives us a Paragon trigger and a Bankroll trigger, so it's pretty good. Yeah, that we don't need to. It's a Maryland. Generally, Cybernetics divisions struggle with economy, so I'm fine trashing this. It also means that they can't shuffle it, which is pretty good. We only trash it for 1 credit, considering both of these fired. Now, if we run archives, we gain a credit, and we draw 2 cards. We're going to basically slam the Saker. Ah, man, I thought that was the other one. I thought all the new criminal cards look the same to me, which is not good. But as soon as we get I think we're going to play Strike here, and then just click for credit. But if we have 3 copies of Credit Kiting, we want to get this out for free, so we'll check HQ next turn. They could biotic out through this if they wanted to, and we know we're not going to get our next strike for a long time. So they're drawing, so I really want to run HQ this turn. Yeah, for sure. If they spend a lot of money resing HQ, it's like we can just slam indexing maybe. They might be on a Kawa project, like legitimate 5/3s are possible. Mind you, you can play 6 agendas in this deck, like 6 5/3s, and that's it. If you're maybe on Punitive, which is a pretty okay Cybernetics thing. This also means that they're building a server. Oh, they have 5 hand size now. I was going to get really excited. So, like, there's probably something here in HQ. I'm interested in seeing what the opponent is running. Yeah, we literally know. Oh, fuck me, really? That's what we were scared of the whole time? All right, well, we have a way of dealing with that. I don't want to embezzle until we know what's up. I think we're just going to slam this and go HQ. Cost us nothing. We're going to draw 2 here, though, so we have to deal something with one of them. We also maybe wanted just them to spend all their money rezzing shit, so that, by money I mean vanilla, so that we can, like, eventually... If we had a Siphon, that would have been so good. Paragon, yes. No. There's the Fairchild 3 we're talking about. Unfortunately, we got to throw out a card. The other option is just to put a fairy on the table. Or we can just embezzle. I'm actually pretty okay with that. I'm assuming that they don't have a lot of ice in hand. Maybe this means that they do have a lot of ice in hand. Alright, cool. We got the Fairchild and we see an Ash. And Ash doesn't matter if we have money. So we gained 4 credits and trashed a Fairchild 3.0. I can't be upset about that, huh? I've been testing one, been doing okay. Kill Switch and Self-Destruct chips. Next Wave 2 is a weird card, right? I want to do the Kill Switch deck in Soul that plays Re-Education Project, because that is a lethal setup, which is kind of cool. Just clicking for 3 credits. I think we want to poke R&D this turn. Again, it's only Code Gates that are really bad. Architect. Fuck. They have the tech. That brings back both of those, which are pretty bad. Okay. Did that not work? What's going on? Uh-oh. Internet's still good. Test? 8? Test? Oh, shit. Ash and Cyberdev rather than back level? It could be both. This is not good. Did we disconnect? Oh, that's a shitty comment in chat. That's great. Hello? Is anybody in chat playing on JNet right now? Is everything going okay? That sucks. Does anything do? Can I leave game and rejoin? How does this work? It seems like the stream is still up, so I think the internet still works. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Yep, Polygon's still there. We're still on you in stream, thank you. Try refreshing. Will that not throw me out of the game? That's scary. I don't like that. Reload browser. Okay. Uh-oh. Can confirm internet's still a thing. Okay, coming back. Yo, everything's like real borked right now. Nothing's doing anything. The buttons don't work. God, everyone's too high in this country. No, we'll figure it out. Is our game still up? Did they leave? Fuck. Oh, that was gonna be a cool game. Well, who did we just play against? Jester, what's up? If you've been checking Jinteki with Tori Hanzo, Kukugo Hokusai Grid, and also Fairchild 3 and Defective Brain Chips, that's cool. Yeah, they did leave. Nah, that sucks. Alright, we'll do one more. That game was looking interesting at that point. Didn't take long for legalization. Screwed just about everything up. Just like my grandfather warned me about, you know. Yeah, it would be still there, right, Chris? We lose this game. All right, it's gonna be a short game. So they run, we die. We die here. Hey. So best thing we can do is either mulligan into indexing or embezzle. We can also clear the tags. I've seen some Liza lists that actually clear tags. We're gonna just go ahead and lose this one real quick, cause we're gonna take a lot of tags and die. Yikes. So the Hokusai Hanzo thing, or sorry, the Kukuga Hanzo thing has always been like a cool pocket combo. From my understanding, it's been too expensive always. They kept. We have 3 turns to die. Oh, gamble good. So Paragon's cool. Lets us find our cards we need, but like, this is not a winnable matchup, I don't think. That's the thing about like bringing Liza to a tournament. It's all about like reading the meta, because I think it's like a 5% win rate against any Wayland with the kill options, and even the Titan decks are running kill options modernly. Nothing matters. We just have to win. Like, we have to get as many accesses of quality that we can. Yeah. Fuck, we're good. You know what? The meat damage is probably fine. We lost legwork though. That sucks. But like, I don't want to take tags because this like basically means we probably can't trash it. Gives us another turn. How do they have 13 credits? Did they double hedge fund? Oh, they did. Maybe their hand sucks. Now if they have tripled high profile target, we lose. Because it does 6 damage. That's fine. So we're not going to be able to break that for a bit. But at least they spend some money on something. So next turn they can do 4 damage per high profile target. So we basically lose then. If they ice R&D, I guess we slow down, maybe clear some tags. But they're actually rushing in a remote. Holy shit. Don't have inside job. We do have this though. Yeah. This is the card we wanted, but like... Oh, there we go. So we lose real soon. Fuck. If we actually kept the Amina, we could have played it for free and probably charged this remote. So we know they're going to do 4 damage to us. We have no way of shuffling. If we put this down and click for a credit, we can like get through an ice wall. If this is an ice wall, oh, it's an IP block. So, trace. So we actually have to beat this trace or clear the tag, otherwise we die. Because they have a high profile target. That's wild, huh? Yeah, we lose this game. Okay. So we had 3 tags there. They play high profile target and do 6 damage, which we can't survive. So we have to actually like clear our tags every turn. They could also just hard hitting news us and we have 1 turn to win, which is going to take us a fair bit of agendas. The thing is, if they do that, the IP block is technically assailable. All right, so we're just going to run R&D clear tags. None of these are good. This one's actually not bad because we can. Oh, we can't do it the same turn we clear tags. No. Economic warfare. Okay, that's scary. So we can run R&D, clear 1 tag. We can actually consider clearing 2 tags. Man, if we draw our Amina, we might be fine. Like, we can siphon out some bit. But we just want money. Let's see if they no, there's no way that they value Econ Warfare S. So, I think this is technically the worst card we have. We have 2 more Aminas. One's at the bottom of the stack. We have no shuffle effect, so we're just never going to draw it. I think they probably Econ Warfare S here for tempo. I'm going to play 2 tag Liza. So Laundry's good, Gamble's good, Bankroll is good. Fem would be okay, because then we can do like Fem Siphon, and the Siphon doesn't give tags, which is great. And we install our Fem for 1 credit with a credit kiting. So that's the value of Econ Warfare. Makes sense. And the thing is, we never take too many tags. Like, they still have to score out agendas. If that's an Atlas, like, okay. Let's go. Deck also might be running snares. Yeah, we don't want that. It's a Raven. Okay. So we can falsify this. Do we think it's an agenda? I think it's actually probably an asset. It might be a Rashida. It's a Prysac. Fuck. Could have used that money. So you have to remove a tag. That's real bad. So I think we're losing a siphon here. As soon as they draw a consulting visit, though. Oh, what did we say on top of the deck? I don't even remember. Oh, Raven. As soon as we see a consulting, though, we lose, or another copy of that card we lose. The same card. Hard hitting. What's it called? You know the one. They should also pre-res this price deck for what it's worth. Like, our deck runs falsified credentials. If we know what it is, just pre-res it. Specifically, if it costs 0, pre-res it. Otherwise, we can falsify this with impunity. But yeah, if they draw another high-profile target, we lose, because that does 8 damage for 4 credits. I think this turn we're not going to run. We're just going to do this, slam it, gain 2. We can consider clearing 1 tag. Oh, fuck, they played it for value. That's wild, and that's huge. It took out our breaker, our siphon. It left us credit kiting, which is actually like pretty good. But okay, now we have to run. Wow, I thought there's no way they would play that for value. They just need a second one to win. Maybe no, there's no way they have 2 of them. Surveyor. Now, do we have to respect tags anymore? Probably. So we have to draw to 4. Oh, that's a really good draw. Just take a credit. 4 is a magic number, because if they have another piece of meat damage, we die anyways. Okay, we're somehow playing this. Hostile. Gives us a bad pub. Doesn't really matter that much. Snare. Oh yeah, we died a snare. That's fine. I mean, your opponent throws a doof. You have to imagine what they're keeping is worth sniping, right? Yeah, that's true. But still, like, if you just draw the second copy or a consulting visit, you win. That seems way better. So, snare is a problem also because it gives us a tag, but I think they no longer have their credit kiting. I mean, their, you know, the card. No. Price deck, fantastic. So the right order is do this and then remove the tag. How did they get this? They've had this in their hand for a while. There's some reason to play Employee Strike, actually. Some parts of this do matter. Man, free card draw is so good. Why don't they ice R&D? Is this the Data Raven? The Data Raven into the IP block is a cool combo, I guess. Like, we just want to fem this and go HQ. Okay, cool. So this puts them on game point, which actually is an issue because of Audacity. But like, this gives us a tag. No, we have to win off Centros. We have to get really lucky. Let's just find an indexing and close the game off when they score this. If this was an Atlas, it would be way worse for us. No. Actually, we probably should have put that on the bottom. Yeah, we need the indexing more than we need this. So this deals with Archer, which is okay. Otherwise, we really don't have a play. Like, losing that Amina sucked. We probably should have gone for it. Free. Playing this is useless into that. So, like, they're going to have a bad turn. They could hard-hitting news us here. That's actually a reason to play Dirty Laundry and R&D. Yeah, probably. That's good enough. Hard-hitting news will be a death sentence. Again, I don't think they have the meat damage. So now they have meat damage. It looks really bad, so... If they score this, again, hard-hitting news is still on the table. And the thing is, like, even taking the meat damage is relevant because we always have to end our turn with 4 cards in hand. If they hard-hitting news us, it means we have 1 turn to win, which is unlikely if we don't draw indexing. Alright, so they're on game point. They have Audacity Atlas in hand, they win. Next turn. So let's just top deck an indexing. We'll bury anything that's not indexing. Yeah. So we have to remove the tag. Oh, fuck, this gives us a tag. Okay, it's not important. This is not important. This is not important. Yeah, Smash Up's great, huh? I have to say this game has been more tense than I expected. We're just like trying to win off the top of R&D. Like there's not much to it. The restricted card might be food. Could be actually there's a chance that it's Hunter Seeker. A lot of times it's food. Okay, we know that's a price tag. Tag me Liza, old meta, 2-tag Liza, a new way to play. Yo, it's you gotta balance on nice edge, you know? Okay, so we could just contest the remote server now, right? Because we know there's a price tag on R&D. We're just gonna put us at 4 tags. Uh-oh, and they have a card on the remote, but that's probably Rashida. That's what Rashida looks like. Now, I think we actually probably could just go tag me. I don't think they have the punishment. The problem about running here is if we want to get our Amina down, we have to dodge both of them. I don't think we play this. We have enough money. Yeah, we're running archives. We're just taking tags. I assume they don't have it. Oh, indexing actually doesn't fire here. Okay, if that's an Alice, we lose. It's a Raven IP block? I think so, yeah. So indexing doesn't fire price tag, which is really cool. So it's basically whether or not this is a Rashida. I think it's a Rashida. Oh boy. We actually like preemptively clear a tag here. I think if that's a 3-2, obviously we lose. But I'm hoping it's not, in the next turn we'll like indexing and then score 100 points. We have to take the meat damage though. Oh, it's gonna be rough. I guess we're gonna go tag me. Like, I'm pretty sure that they don't have it. If they start advancing this card. Oh, it's not a Rashida. What is it, double price tag? Hostile? Hell yeah, bedtime stream. How's it going, Ludmilla? How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Runner goal check. Oh, they have it. Hey, good game. Yeah, we probably should have just gone for it. I don't think they have it in hand. That's what our stats look like. Yeah, there's not much we can do. As soon as we take 3 tags, we probably, the fact that they did like preemptively use this means we could have just gone tag me and hope we win sooner. So like this is the only card that mattered. It was the indexing, and to some extent earlier we just wanted a Paragon. Actually, no, Apocalypse would have been sweet. I forgot about Apocalypse. That's one of last time you smoked me. Yeah, this matchup is rough. Matchup is rough. I can't do more than 2 tags. You don't have a second, what's it called in hand? What's it called? High profile in hand, right? Good evening. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. My stomach was really bad before this. It's okay. I don't know if they have a second high profile. I think we should have just gone tag me, right? Like, the matchup is so hard to win at this point. We should have just gone in. This opening Paragon was insane. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Let's build something. Thanks for the game, eh? So last week on this stream, we built a Cubon heavy Reina Roja deck, which I found fascinating. It actually worked out really well, and there was a lot of cool things you could have done with it. And we're gonna go into a different faction to try and pull off the same idea, and it's largely untested, which is fine. That's what this is for. So, oh, let's do this on Chrome. Okay, so this is the deck from last week. If you were there or if not, this is what basic idea was, is that Clone Chip is a good card, and with a combination of spamming Cubon on everything and just running with Amakua and Data Sucker, we were running for free a lot of the times. A lot of it dealt with Mining Accident, and we could make Centrals easy to run, considering we had economic pressure from things like Lamprey, Cubon, which also has an Ice Destruction card a lot of the times. And we would just build up Turning Wheel counters and kind of win. We did have some Ice Destruction, which is really strong. Hippo was actually okay. It fired more often than En Passant. I think there might be some chance that we want to drop En Passant, maybe run Cutlery. I don't know. En Passant's pretty cool. I also didn't realize the combos that we have with En Passant and Cubone. In theory, or sorry, wow, DDoS and Cubone. Like, Cubone can be installed on an unresed ice. It's not something we really want to do, but in a pinch, like, you can clone chip a Cubone onto like an unresed ice at the beginning of turn, pop a DDoS, and then just like gain 8 credits, which is kind of cute. It's not something we ever needed to do, but like there's some fun plays here. But the idea was, I was realizing most of the things that we were playing in this deck were all Shaper influence. So what about if we do a really aggressive Shaper runner? And this led to a Kiko. This is the first time that I put this deck together. It has some issues with it that I did one test game actually, and it functioned, but there's some issues. So Akiko is cool because she is the most aggressive Shaper. She has an ability kind of like Headlock Reina where she can make the corp lose credits or multi-axis, and they're both really good aggressive things. And Akiko's ability, if I'm not mistaken, fires every single run. It's not even the first run, right? And they can't afford to pay that money. Whenever you access cards, they have to spend 0, 1, or 2 credits, and they keep spending 0. You're getting an R&D interface. You're seeing 2 cards on top of the deck every turn, and you know, that's the sort of thing that wins you games. So we're going to do that. We also have one Link, which is really tight. If we have Link and bad publicity, there's a whole bunch of ice we don't have to deal with. But we also only have 12 influence, which is kind of wild that she has a bit less influence than other runners. So this is my first shot at the deck. I'm spending my influence on Mining Accident because if we're playing a run-heavy deck that wants to run every turn, multiple clicks a turn, it's probably one of the better cards we have, and nobody really expects it into Shaper, so it's pretty cool. We have the Amakua Data Sucker package, which is pretty sweet. And on top of that, we have some other breakers in faction that are honestly not too bad at all. We have Inti for 0 credits, which lets us deal with Wraparound. We have Nanotech, which again, we might not need any of these cards. And we have Cyber Cypher, which we do have Clone Chip for the Cyber Cypher, but basically if we want to just like run R&D all the time, having a thing that makes R&D easy to run seems pretty good. So we probably just put this on R&D and don't consider anything else. Maybe we need to Clone Chip it. Now we have some other things that weren't in the other deck. We have a self-modifying code, which is cool. It lets us play fewer Amakua. We could consider going down to 1. It lets us also pull out Cubons and RNG keys and data suckers, things that we need, which is pretty cool. And an RNG key is a really sweet card that we could have considered in an Arena deck. While we have no expose, the fact that Akiko can see 2 cards off the top of R&D, next turn, as long as the corp doesn't draw or shuffle, is that you can play you can play this and you can gain credits and make R&D runs free. On top of that, making runs free, you have Cubon, which makes a lot of ice profitable to break through, and you also have Psych Mike, which is a stellar card in Akiko. You can pay 2 credits for a multi-axis on the side game and see 2 cards and gain the 2 credits back. Like it makes everything so cheap. It makes everything really good. There's some cool combinations with Turning Wheel where you can dump Turning Wheel just to make money off Psych Mike. It's a really cool card for a very little install cost. Rain is saying play Ika, and Ika is a consideration, but the fact that our clone chips are so like tightly used in this matchup, considering we want to like spam Cubons over and over again, I don't want an ice thing that they can like trash. But Ika is definitely an option. I think what I'd be more likely to do, and we'll talk about the changes we can make this deck, is the fact that we are running Data Sucker and cards like Takobi. And Takobi, mind you, shouldn't be in this deck. I didn't realize you can't use it for AI. But you could probably just run Atman. Like, Atman Data Sucker is insane. It's arguably a bit worse than, in some cases, it's worse than Amakua. It's the same numbers to break. But, like, we could just do this and not actually have a Sentry Breaker. Also, Lady instead of Inti, since you have Clone Chip, that's another option. So, like, the way that we want to use our Clone Chips, and one version of the deck, by the way, had a Lamprey in it. We want to use these on other things. I don't want to just keep playing Ladies over and over again, which are actually pretty expensive. Scavenge might be nice for emergency retargeting Sai. Yeah, we could play Scavenge. We definitely could. There's some weird slots in here we got to talk about. Also, Justin, what's up? How you doing? A big issue I found out with this deck is that MU, there's just way too much shit going on with MU. Like, we want multiple Cubons, we want RNG keys up, we want Data Suckers up, we want Amakua. So we just don't have enough MU, which is a problem we have to worry about. Just like Giles is saying, MU is tight, but misdirection is always worth considering. I cut misdirection on that basis. I was like, MU is too tight. We have a link. Let's hope it goes okay. Just to talk about the other cards, we have a Mad Dash because there was no restricted card, and Mad Dash is pretty good with the Turning Wheel. Escher is honestly kind of cool. It's probably the like 46th card in the deck, but the fact that we can rearrange and make R&D garbage when they put all their good ice on it, and we're going to pressure all central servers with Amakua Data Sucker, they'll have to put ice on archives. And if they put ice on archives, we can put their best ice on archives, which is a really strong play. So that's a cool card. I like this a lot. It would be really strong, obviously, in the In the other list, the Anarch list, but for a good reason. This card's 5 influence. We have 3 Mining Accident. We have Notoriety, which probably isn't necessary in this deck, and 3 Clone Chips. Beth, Daily Cast, Psych Mike, and Turning Wheel. Now, this console, I don't love this console. I really don't. It's okay, but it just doesn't give you enough MU. It does give you that kind of passive card draw, but not so many decks are spamming assets where this is necessary. So I think we need to make some changes to this deck. And the one card I totally forgot exists. I still don't know the name of. What's that Shaper hardware that gives you a credit and an MU? It gives you credit when you break a piece of ice. I think that's what we want in this. Mono that gives you less of MU. Yep. We have to play an aggro deck though, so we want to keep the general install cost of things cheap. There's 2 cards that are really good for it. Thanks, Grown. Also, how's it going, Gronkov? So there's 2 cards that I think are really good fits for this deck. First is Cyberdelia. This is exactly what we need in the deck. It's probably too expensive, but it gives you us MU, which is really good, and it makes us have a credit when we run, which compared with the bad publicity, paired with everything, it seems really good. The problem is 3 is too much, so I'm assuming that we're going to play Cyberdelia, and then we're just going to actually jam in 3 copies of Modded, just so we can go as aggressive as possible. Modded's a pretty good card when we play Cyberdelia for free, Atman for free, Amakua for free, stuff like that. It also lets us play our new console if we want. There is some anti-synergy, some synergy with this console. I don't think this console might even be the best, considering we probably want a console that's around 3 to install that gives 2 MU. This one gives you 1 MU, but its ability is cool, I guess. We could try this. And the other card that I think is so insanely good in this that I can't believe I have never tried this is Netrunner Eyes. Netrunner Eyes gives any breaker plus 2 strength for the main of the run. Your Amakua is always 2 strength minimum. That's insane. A lot of the ways that you beat these sort of decks, Amakua decks, is that you lock them out, and now we can have a permanent 2 strength Amakua. If we're cutting some of these breakers also to go Atman, it means that we have some flexibility with our Atman. We can put Atman at 1 and then have Atman 1 and 3 for different servers. It seems pretty cool. The meat damage kind of sucks considering our cards are good, but we have some redundancy. I guess a Beth and a Psych Mike and a Turning Wheel will hit those. Plus the art on Modded is real nice. Yeah, the art on the new cards is that's the problem I have. Modded and Test Run look the same to me. But also, how's it going, Buffalo? I've had problems with these. These I can't tell quickly what's the difference. I'm I don't know. I don't know which one's which. They're the same artist, the same sort of pose. Man, it's good art though. Cut to put Kobe for the eyes, 100%. Kobe doesn't work with AIs. I totally goofed that. This is a different version of the deck where there's some learnings enacted. Largely, this is probably a much meaner version. We're spending 2 influence on a Lamprey. And Lamprey is really rude because we have Sacrificial Construct and Clone Chip. This is probably leading into negative play experience because it's really hard to purge a Shaper Lamprey. I don't know why more Shapers play this. And if they need to spend money on R&D to protect from the multi-access, and we can just slam HQ and play this thing with RNG key and Data Sucker, it's going to be real fucked up for somebody. We don't need to start with this, but this is probably possible. So yeah. Oh, not the revised one. Yeah, the other modded. I don't even remember what's on the other modded. Yeah, hey, Kate's good. 100% play Lamplay. Maybe we'll end in Bed Chasner. Oh man, it's mean. I don't want to do that. I love the new art on Melange. It's so chill. It is good, and that was the art on the full art. On the what's it called? On the alternate art, and I actually have 3 copies of that. It's a really nice card. Anyways, I think we're going to start with a version that's less shitty, as in less negative play experiments, and we're going to try and make it better. We need to add more MU. We want to add... Oh, no, I don't want to save changes. How do I cancel edits? Thank you. We'll change this one. Aren't there a few cards that gain counters off of successful R&D runs? Yeah. They're not really great, though. Niacea, no, that one doesn't work. There's one that gives you an extra click off of R&D runs. There's the one that makes fast advancing not possible in R&D runs. Add medium. There are some, but they're not particularly that powerful. I'd rather just slam shit. Let's see what we can do here. Is there a better console? A 2MU console would be pretty good. I just don't know what a 2MU console is. We could mod it out of U-backs. Yay. There's some things you could do here. Okay, let's cut out all those flex slots. Probably don't need 2 Beth. 4 flex slots, huh? A Shaper deck without indexing? Yep, we're not. We're a Kiko. We don't need it. Maya and Mirror are the cheap ones. Thank you. So Maya has an ability that we generally don't want to fire because we don't want to go tag me. We have a pretty good tag setup, but like 3 for 2 MU is not a bad start. Mirror is garbage in this deck because we have no recurring credits, but 3 for 2. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a spend counter for 1 RX's R&D? Yeah, we have Mind's Eye, which is okay. Like, we could do this. This one technically works. Now, this is where the wording gets really weird on some of these cards. It's not very intuitive. So, like, Mind's Eye says, spend a click, access the top card of R&D, which is cool. But Turning Wheel says, only use it during a run, so you don't get Turning Wheel counters. Psych Mike says, first time you make a run, so that doesn't work either. Amakua says, whenever you expose or access cards and do not steal, trash them. So that actually works. Mind's Eye lets you basically click counters on Amakua. That's kind of cool. Gauntlet is the Shaper console. Yeah, Gauntlet's actually a cool card too, and it puts pressure. But I think it's like 5 to install, and it's only like 1 influence. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit heavy. But yeah, Gauntlet's not bad. Get some moddeds in there. Cyberdelia. Okay, we got it. This is going to be hard. Is Mad Dash worth it at just 1? No, I don't even think Mad Dash is worth it. There's also a chance the Escher is not necessary. For Khan. Are we cutting the turtle for admin? No, I think we'd do both. Amaku is just way too good. Amaku's insane. Daredevil might maybe. Suhas, what's up? Daredevil's also too expensive. It's exactly what this deck wants though, right? Like free card draw for running. That seems this card though has a problem where we deck ourselves. It's like way stronger than Vigil. I don't know. I think I'll try Mind's Eye and see how it goes. But Daredevil is interesting, especially with 3 modded. Maybe 3 modded's overkill, considering we have a lot of garbage in our deck. Actually, modded's really good with burst draw like that. We have to do. Oh wait, we're gonna run out of card slots. No unicorn. Yeah, our other deck didn't have a unicorn. It's not really that big of a deal. Having no unicorn means that they play around it too, which is really fun. They're like, oh, I wait for that employee strike to show up, and you never play it. So you win that one in some ways. Mind's Eye and Net Ready Eyes. We need Net Ready Eyes in there. This actually honestly might be a 2 of. It's like so fucking good with Amakua. Oh man. Mind's Eye. Oh man, this deck got way too bloated. Another option is we can just run Amakua, and with like Data Sucker, Cubana, RNG Key, and all that other garbage, we could play like, what is it called? There's like those cards that give you breakers for used MU, for like how many installed programs you have. What's that one? Brain Chip is like way too much influence, Chris, unfortunately. One Times Film Critic could be fine. Yeah, it's honestly not bad, but like we're running out of card slots. This is where Escher gets cut, right? Yeah, probably. But there's that card. There's Savant, Adept, and there's the other 2 Greek ones, or 1 Greek one. Maven, maybe? Yeah, Maven. Thank you, Tokes. Like, there's a chance that we could just play this. Like, if we have our setup, what will we have? We have an Amaku installed, a Maven, a Data Sucker, a Cubon, an RNG Key. Like, that's a lot of shit. This card is 2 influence, 2 MU though, which is a problem. But like, this legitimately could just be our Breaker Suite, and we could just play Amakua and Maven. Maybe just an Inti. And then we just can't break. Oh no, we'd be fine. This is not an AI. This is an AI. Fuck. Netrunner is also interesting for admin. Yeah, Netrunner is like super cool. With admin, it's insane. Is Psych Mike that good? I think Psych Mike is actually that good to play 2 copies. Okay. I'm so sorry, bud. Huh. Yeah, I think we play admin. So we don't play this. We play 2 admins. I still think we're going to have an MU issue. Sage is the old one for Cogate and Barrier. Nobody uses it. Yeah, Sage is really old, right? It's cool that it's a Fractor, though. That's like a surprise. It's not actually an AI. Okay, 48 cards. Got to cut something. Let's see what it draws like. 3 SMC might be overkill, considering like we only need 1 of these 2 cards to run. Data Sucker is now incredibly important that we're on admin. I think we'll go to 1 admin. Yeah, because we probably just do admin 0. Wait, if we do admin 0, it's as good as Amakua. So we do like admin 4 or whatever is like problematic. 1 Degdeer. Yeah, Degdeer is a bit too slow, and it doesn't help that much unless we are running Maven. But like, We install this card to sell another card. We don't have scavenge. It might be a bit too clumsy. We could go down to single Amaku, but Amaku with modded is really good. And we don't have a lot of card draw. That's the biggest issue. Like, the console that we used to have was technically card draw. So we could drop Mind's Eye to play Daredevil, which gives us more MU. It doesn't give more MU, does it? Oh, actually, that does seem pretty good. Do you really need the RNG keys? Yeah, they're insane. They're so good. This is our card draw, actually. Nah, fuck it. We're not playing Daredevil. We're playing RNG key. This card's so good. You can just guess, and it works. You just guess. Let's see how this draws. Okay. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Like, they ice up one of the centrals, you do RNG key, you dirty laundry it. I guess you don't even. Yeah, maybe you do. You draw 2 because we nailed it because we're really good. Man, it's actually really hard to play Net Ready Eyes in this deck. You don't want to hit any of these cards. It's way too hard to play this card. I guess you'd play that and then like Net Ready Eyes and lose 2 of these. If only we drew once. Yeah, I'm really scared about playing Net Ready Eyes. It's kind of difficult. Okay, that's an opening. We wouldn't keep that, but you could. RNG key. I don't think we have enough modded targets. How many modded targets do we have? We have 1, 2, and then if we like hard play Amaku or Admin. Feel bad about that. -1 turning wheel. Then we have an influence left over, so like it doesn't really buy us a card slot. Turning wheel is really important though for a super aggro deck like we're playing. It's probably less important with the Kiko, but yeah, we probably could go -1 turning wheel, but then we'd be floating an influence. So if we could drop something, I think losing an SMC is probably okay. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. It makes the modded better though. Like if I want to do that, I would do that, which puts us kind of back at square one. So okay, this hand we'd keep. We do Diesel. Wow, this'll do. Sure, but we'd play an RNG key and run whatever central we can. They would ice it up, we'd face check, we'd get a mining accident off. And then I guess we would... Oh, we don't have a modded in hand. That's fine. This is where we run out of card draw. I guess we play this down to get an admin and start going. That's good. And then, yeah, we're kind of off. That was a good start. Are you going to play 46 cards? I think our Reina deck was also 46 cards. I don't mind playing 46 cards and seeing how things go. Just to give you a little bit of insight of how this deck once worked, at some point there was, what's it called in it? Which I wish this card was easier to play. At some point there was this card in it, because it was like a cool aggro card that helps us set up and draw cards. It takes 300 MU up though, but like this card's really cool. There's also some argument to play like Da Vinci, but like we don't install things from hand that often, so like, I don't know. I also considered Patron, but like Patron doesn't fire, it gives you data suckers, but it's not an access, so it doesn't give you Amakua, and it doesn't work with RNG key, I suppose. But like you could do that, right? Diesel's the only card draw besides RNG key, you're right. Yeah. And Beth. There's a chance that Psych Mike is worse than Beth. It's probably likely. That's a good card. It's not necessary. We'll try this. Let's see how this goes. So we don't have a Sentry Breaker, so we are weak to specifically Swordsman, like really fucks us up. But everything else seems okay. Where are we at? Yeah, Firefox. And we got to play a lot of side games, which is always really fun. New aggro deck. Aggro clone. Akiko, 2nd generation head case. For those who don't know, Nisei in Japanese means 2nd generation, which is flavorful considering the line of clones, but that also makes sense for Project Nisei. That's really cute, huh? Ika could be nice, I guess. It could be. However, like we want to use their clone chips aggressively on Cubans, so I don't want to spread them too thin. But in theory, it's an option. I think I'd rather just like if they're building like we get worse the more ice that they put on servers. So like I'd actually probably, especially with mod in the deck, I'd rather run Nanotech, because if they put 3 ice on R&D, like we're laughing. This deck has a lot of NR cards in it. It might be a good idea to play this deck in right now. It honestly doesn't. It has like 4 or 5 NR cards. It's fine. This hand's not great. We can mulligan this. Best of luck. So, the thing about Sports Mental is it's really hard to get a read what they're playing against. Could be asset spam. We have no tools against that besides bad pub. We're going to go ahead and mulligan that. Oh, there we go. That's a good hand. So I'm forgetting that we're not playing. I was assuming we'd play Liza and just like slam centrals and draw 2 cards. That's not gonna happen. So we have to be a bit more. We have to maybe be a bit more careful. But like we could play Amakua. Then we can't play Data Sucker. Do we want to run HQ to give him money when we see an agenda? I don't know. Breaker Bait good. That's an issue. I think we're just gonna ignore that. Thing is, if we steal an agenda here, which we're kind of likely to do, we're not even gonna get an Amakua counter. IPO, okay. Atman, okay. We just don't have money to contest this. Like, we need to draw into an RNG key or something here. I'll get another Axis. Kawinda Kalu. Oh, fuck me. When your turn begins, trace X to do brain damage. I'm gonna go leave that. Yikes. So this actually might be price sec onto some traps or something. Yeah, we're playing against brain damage, huh? Oh my god, what is this? What is this? So running last click against sports metal is kind of bad because then they can be like draw and it's safe, right? Oh, we know what the restricted card is. So that like they can choose to draw. So if we play the daily casts, we end our turn with not a lot of credits. So the Kawinda Kalu trace is like really easy to go through. I don't know whether that's bad or not. They might be waiting for a current to play the Kawinda Kalu so we get 2 brain damage. Stop scrolling. Why are you scrolling? Okay, we're never gonna read what that does. So playing this is kind of bad right here. What did they do? They took 2 credits. They also could be on punitive. Like this is a pretty fine punitive card, and Kawinda helps with punitive. We saw an IPO in hand though, so they're likely next turn to credit punitive. So I don't want to play this. And before Warrior Tracker, yeah, Warrior Tracker makes sense. But let's see what we got. BBG Kawinda Kalu, res for free. They do trace 1. I think we can just take a brain damage here. None of this matters. Oh, we got a link. No, we got a couple turns for free. So this is actually probably a violet level clearance. It could be a Waroid. But I think they're just going to do credit into IPO. Probably play something else first. Okay, they got ice there. That's good for them. Okay, so bad ice to hit. Gatekeeper. Nothing else matters. Oh, we should run R&D, right? We can make them spend money. She has a cool ability. I forgot about that. Well, that's going to be an issue. I guess that fires. Okay. All right. No, it's not good. Okay, so we have 3 hand size. We lost. What? Fuck me. Okay, we're good though. We're really good at this game. Yeah, that's a thing, right? Okay, so we have max hand size 3. This will do another damage. Punitive can be an issue if this fires into punitive, but like we have the credits on our side. 3 credits, not that worried about. There's a sweet chance that we can win the game, but if we run here and they get 2 more credits, maybe that's what they need to punitive us. Oh, that seems good. I just don't know if it matters. We have 1 more Amakua. We lost a clone chip and an Atman, so it's just real bad. If we play this, we die to double punitive. I don't think we're in any rush to play it. Oh, we have 3 hand size. Okay, that changes everything. Next diamond is an underrated piece of ice. It's okay. 10 is an insane amount for this. All right, 1 link. Let's go. See, this is a better idea than Cybernetics Division because we don't play around brain damage and they just get free money and shit. Especially free money when they're bad, and they also get a free card. Like, they have a better hand size. It's better with Divert Power. It's super interesting. Okay, they got the NGO front off. We're not contesting it. Like, we could. That means they have 9 credits, so, like, we can't really run anything. So, like, it's really bad because we also don't have a Sentry Breaker. So, like, the only way we're ever going to get through this is having an Atman with enough, or the last Amakua with enough, like, counters on it. That's Actually, probably something we need to play. That's good. Don't like any of these cards that much. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like you want a surprise factor. You're looking to do brain damage. It helps a lot, right? Like, there's no way that we play around this. We play around Fairchild 3 and Architect. We don't play around this. All right, they're gonna do 1 brain damage to us. That's fine. We have 2 hand sizes. This is fine. We died to snare a lot of times. And they're probably never gonna pop this until we run it, right? Because of Beth. Oh wow, they popped it. Well, they popped it at the right time, so Beth doesn't matter. So we didn't run, so they can't like neural us. But now they're just gonna put in that remote. This is like Ben Nee's deck, maybe? No, he's not running that. Oh, cool. So like they just have to protect an urban renewal with Ash and then violet level clearance. Not a lot to do here. 13 credits means we can't face check either. Still, we're 1 R&D run away from maybe winning the game. Rashida, 3 cards, 3 credits. What a card. I missed the deck build. What deck is this? Here, you might want to screen cap this real quick, but it's a aggro deck that we're playing defensively because we got just absolutely wrecked. Surprise is great when you can get it. Don't count on keeping ice a secret. No, you can't. What could that be? Could be another food. That's good, I guess. So we can do draw, credit, play. I guess we gotta play both of them. So if it's an SSL, it's really good for them. We just need a self-modifying code and we can start face checking. The thing is, like, this is a beginning run, so if we want to install like an Amakua, we have to do it pre-run. Yeah, it's when you initiate a run, so we have to pop our SMC right away, which means we're not going to get value from Bad Pub. You got a free card draw here, that's good. Wow, all of those. Oh, that's huge. That's really good. So we can start interacting with them next turn. Let's get it on the table before we lose it to like our clock down or something. We install it for 2 with Bad Pub, and now we can start face checking pretty soon. We don't need this. This is not necessary. NGO front made a lot of sense. Anything else they largely score. That means you're going to jam either an acid in here or something else. This is probably Ash 5 level clearance. That makes sense. They want to ice that up. But now we have a 5 strength. 1, 2, 3. We have a 6 strength Amakua. The problem is like we need to draw before snare, so we can always just draw one so we don't die to snare. That's really good too. Let's run R&D. So this is now strength. Wait, what? Oh, it's +1 strength. I thought it was +2 strength. Oh wait, that's a huge mistake. Hold on. Okay. I thought it was +2 strength. Shit. It's 2 meat damage. Cause like this, the second one of this hits us. That's fine, whatever. Okay, I'm good. Cool. So we could just click through this, which is probably fine. There is the second one, we can get through it. Okay, that made a lot of sense. So this is 2 credits with the Bad Pub. It's 1 credit. So this is an interesting game, right? If we don't want to steal an agenda, we can get Amakua to fire. They have low credits. We can't play this. I guess we want them to spend money. 1 is probably the safest thing, yeah. So we're going to sing a single. Next diamond. Okay, so they have that, which is really good. Wait, what? What do we see another card? Oh, did we spend the same number? What? That's way worse than I thought it was. Modded will give us less value over time than anything else. What? We spend the same number? Oh, that's way worse than I thought she was. That's real rough. Actually, maybe this money accident was terrible considering they have NGO front. So we gained a credit. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have kept the mining accident. Actually, if they res here, we can get the mining accident to fire. So 1 strength ice. Again, this is like why that combo was so good. It's gonna cost us 2 credits, but it means that they can't get through this. And we're gonna just like wait. Actually, we're gonna draw first. And now they could pop this to dodge the mining accident. We waited, so we're gonna play the mining accident. So we got them. Now we break this for 1 credit. So if they have neural, we die if we play both of these. I don't think we need to. The thing is, if we draw, it's really bad. I'll just take a credit, I think. But 2 bad pub is sweet. Like with 2 bad pub, this is server gets through 3. This is another 3, so we get through for 4. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you always bid 0. That makes a lot of sense, right? Like you just tax them out. But we're holding on. We're still a legitimate threat in this like weird lopsided matchup. Man, I thought Akiko was so much better. I gotta read cards, huh? I'm still pretty sure that they're on punitive, considering how things are going. Also, if that's an Issei token, or sorry, a Vitruvius token, it's super good with the punitive. What do we need here? We got a free card from Beth. Beth is doing card draw stuff. We can get through 3 strength ice. This is black level, which gives them more money, which they res for free, so that like the punitive is even easier to fire. I don't mind if they score the first agenda. That's probably okay. Running archives gives no real value. I think we actually might want to run R&D, click through this. The thing is, punitive is so bad for us. Shouldn't Amakua be 2? I don't think so. We only accessed once. One of them was a net ready eyes though. But if we access an agenda, we might just die to punitive. We haven't seen a lot of influence, and like, this seems way too good with punitive, let alone this. We could also just click for 3. We could just mod this thing down. That's probably fine. Cyber Deli would probably be a bit better. We did that in a backwards order, but whatever. If they score that, at least they go down to 11. That means that they can recur an IPO, though. It means they can recur a punitive. None of that matters with 2 hand size. It's a next wave, too. Fuck me. Archives and R&D? We ran R&D, and then they purged, and then we ran archives. Okay, so we just keep dying to snare over and over again. So, yeah, that's a card, huh? Eco was spend a different amount. The corp would always bet 0. There's the Cyber Deli. Yeah, but what if it was like spend a different amount than we gained? Like, I thought it was spend, if we spend a different amount, draw 2 cards. Yeah, so they would spend 0. But that means we have an R&D interface. Like, that's really good. Okay, so this, we now have 3 bad pub, technically with this. Not really. Okay, we gotta go in. We're gonna lose one of these cards anyways. There's that Cyber Delia that we wanted. So we still die to punitive sometimes? I guess the link might actually help. Got him. Marcus Batty, that's important. Hedge fund. Amaku is really bad with multi-access when you have to trash things. We're gonna throw, I think the Cyber Delay is definitely worse. This lets us contest shit. Yeah, they purged. So we know they have another next diamond. They probably just put that on R&D and then they're fine. Like, we really can't do much. That being said, we run archives for 1 credit. And they still need to score a lot of agendas. They also might be on a 3-1 that reduces hand size. And this is technically a threat. Right? Right? This is going to win us the game. I'm pretty sure. This is also I guess it's not that interesting with if you played like Insight, so you know where their cards are and then you know where to pull it. Icing up archives, I think that's fair. Icing up R&D. All right, we probably lose now. I think we probably lose now. I like that they installed 2 cards at once. I think that's really cool because one of them is clearly without the admin. I guess we can clone chip the admin. We have 1 more clone chip. Like it's so hard. As long as they have 10 credits, like one of these just kills us. Whatever the next diamond is at. So if they put the next diamond in R&D, like, oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, so this might lose us the game. Yeah, GG. It was one of them, right? So what could we have done differently? Not too much. Like having a sentry breaker would probably have been good. Ah, we called it wrong. Maybe that was the right play. I assume they would put that on R&D, but we have -1 hand size. Oh, actually, no, it's not game over. Oh, wait a second. Because we had 2 cards in hand, so we don't die. Oh, wait, we lost Amakua, yeah, so we are fucked. No, wait, no, wait. Yeah, we can't get through silver now. I forgot we lost our Amakua. Okay, so we can't get through this, can't get through this. We can draw twice and get through next diamond and then steal Vanity. That is technically the best play. I looked at their deck, though, which is pretty bad. I thought the game was over. Got no other choices. This doesn't give hand size. Wait, this type of doesn't give hand size? No, there's no way. I'm thinking of the diamond. Fuck. Hey, good game. So we flatline once we end our turn. Kiko's basically they pay 1 or otherwise you access 2. Yeah, right? That's not anywhere near as interesting as I thought it was. Oh man, those diamonds goofed us up. Big ice with bad face check. And like brain damage is so much more important thanks to you too. Like you can shrug off a DNA tracker. This thing is like, you know, just gonna be difficult. Let's try that again though. Eight is a bit of brain damage. A lot of that was self-inflicted. Actually, only 2 of that was. All right, sports medal again. We don't know much. This is a good card to open with. That's a fine card. We're gonna mulligan this. Hey. Oh, cheers. Very kind. All right, like this is great. This is really good for like the opening slams. This is only good with modded. Hey, no worries. Hey, no worries. We're gonna go ahead and mulligan that. All right. Yeah, that's better. We didn't see our Cubans that game. I don't think they would have mattered. Like, that's a problem so far we're seeing is that all the matchups that I've played this deck, which has only been 2 so far, where they ice all 3 centrals and we can't destroy any of their ice, it's actually a pretty big issue. I was worried because I wasn't drawing my punitives. Yeah, we were playing around punitive. Pretty sure there's punitives in there. That makes sense. But I think it's really hard. XWT, what's up? You've got something yellow there on your whiteboard, it looks like. I don't think so. Ooh, 3 eyes. We could face check. We could also just like set up. So we have the admin, we have the mind's eye. I don't love dirty laundering archives. There's not that much value to it. But like we largely don't have that many better plays. What do we do? We always discard the mind's eye. It's not honestly that important. There's enough like end the runs, like running second click, like yeah, you don't run with 1 click left. Because then we can't even get through whatever that Raja thing is. Perch out 3 would be an issue. I just don't want a dirty laundry archives for no reason. I wish we drew into like we have 3 daily casts, we have Beth, even Psych Mike I'd be fine installing here. I guess we just install the turning wheel because we're gonna run next turn. And we'll just run our HQ. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, it is the yellow sign. It's very yellow, in fact. Card in server 1, advance, advance. So, looking like an NGO front, which means that they have 11 credits. So if we smash HQ, it's pretty bad for us. QQ. Antline, how's it going? Yeah, it appeared one day. I woke up. IP block. That's fine. We have a link. So we know we can dirty laundry it. We have a link. They have 1 credit. So I'm pretty sure that's an IP block. Otherwise, like, they can't really do much. I mean, an NGO front, excuse me. So 1 link is actually really good. Get a turning wheel counter, get an access. Wow, okay, so this is Arella Salvatore, not something we want to trash, but this means like it's a combo fast events deck, or at least fast events with value deck. It's a really strong card, but we really can't afford that. This actually has a face check, which is pretty annoying. Now, putting a Cuban on it means that we can just get through here largely for free. Yeah, it makes it free. So they can res their NGO front to like stop us, which actually might not be right, like might not be wrong. They have NGO front. Oh, you can trace. Yeah, if they want to res their NG up front to keep us out, honestly, might not be the worst thing. It means we still have a click to trash to get rid of the turning wheel, but now we can spend 2, get the 2 back once we pass it. So these are free. Found a surveyor restricted card. Might mean on Jinja, but they're definitely planning to build a remote server. I guess we'll diesel last click, which never seems right. Now, IP block is an issue for Amakua, so if we do cube on this, they might want to trash it, which means we get a bit more turtle value. Even admin's going to be an issue considering tags are going to be a problem. I was so surprised he let the Quinda fire so early. I don't want to go trash it. I'd rather let it fire. You spent money on it, right? So they're there at the 9. So no surprise there. We can always face check this thing. Single advance is always interesting. First click again. 8 credits. That's one away from Brainstorm. Gatekeeper fire. So it's actually a cool thing to fire Gatekeeper. Like once this is fired, it becomes a 0 strength ice, so we can start like adminning through it. It's obviously a really strong ability, especially when we have Q-bound IP block on HQ. But they did spend money on it. And if they score an agenda here, like whatever. So they drew 1 card. I don't think they shuffled anything, so we can just start running HQ. I don't think they shuffled anything. It's free, gives us turning wheel. It's not the best use. If we had admin or no, actually IP block would be bad. I just build up them turning wheels. Yo, Celestial Spark, how's it going? Finally caught this live. Thanks for dropping by. Glad you can make it. Welcome to the chat. So if they score this, they go down to like, well, they only lose 1 credit, I guess, sports medal. So we saw 2 of those cards. Running last click is kind of bad because then they can draw with impunity, but drawing while they have an agenda on the table doesn't seem that good. Found this a few days ago and loved the past streams. Oh, cheers. How'd you find it, by the way? I don't know how people find the channel. This is looking similar to Maxi's sports deck. It might just be, right? Maxi's wasn't full combo. Yeah, Maxi had Surveyor, but I think she said to take him out. I remember. Run R&D? I want to do that. Yeah, we probably could have actually. I wanted them to put more ice on HQ though first, and then we can run R&D. But yeah, we probably could have. So if they score here, they probably gain 2 credits, which means they can still res Architect, but whatever. Ah, beans. That's bad. That's real bad for us. Recommended channels after watching a lot of Bayokin. That makes sense. I think Bayokin's the top recommended channel on this channel. I think it might be the other way as well. This lets them look for an agenda. Put it on. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. This is fine. We actually could put the Mind's Eye down and start slamming. Now, the turning wheel is so good if we manage to find our friend. Oh, this actually could be a couple things they could res. But if we manage to find our friend, Psych Mike, which is only a 1 of in the deck now. So Gatekeeper here would be kind of okay because we can still run HQ. Found you by searching Netrunner on YouTube. That's pretty cool that works out. I think it actually to some extent is localized. Didn't know about Jinteki until I saw your vids. It's like a really cool thing is we have a lot of people that show up here that ask like, what are you playing? How did you find this? Where can you play Netrunner online? It's like, oh, yo, let me tell you. It's totally free. It's pretty wild. Major data loop, self-destruct deck, and Ag Infusion so they can't drop below 5 cards while running any server. It's pretty sweet. Oh, shit. Do you have a list? That'd be cool. I like Ben because he makes slides for fun. Hey, hi, hey, hey, hey. Loud and clear. Out of curiosity, did you ever try Doomtown? Oh, I own every Doomtown card. Besides the new stuff, actually. I ordered it, but they goofed and just sent me alt arts. Doomtown's great. Doomtown's real good. Can't discard for some reason. Oh, weird. Weird. Try dragging it out. That's not working. Yeah, Doomtown's a really cool game. Friend recommended your channel for the solid end to Netrunner announcement stream. Oh, no way. Oh, that's cool. It's a pretty heavy stream. They rejoined 4 times. Wow. I'm still working on something that's a little more functional and balancing consistency with setup and have more money for that trace. Yeah, money's a problem, huh? That was the issue, is like raising data loop and then winning a trace is pretty difficult. There's a store I was at a little while ago that was selling all Doomtown for 50% off. Don't count command is discard number X. Hey, perfect. Yeah, that's how I got into Doomtown. Like, I just had a core set because I was playing casually with like dinner table kind of meta. I still do only play casually, I suppose. But the game got canceled, and then I went to the store. I'm like, wait, everything is like 50% off plus. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy everything, and I think the whole collection was like maybe $150 or something, real cheap. Doomtown is cool. Oh man, wow, actually, Cyberdelia makes this a credit. This is once per turn. First time you break all subroutines on a piece of ice each turn? God damn it. Really? Turn? Architect, that's bad. IPO, it's medium. Okay, so how are they gonna win? We know they have Surveyor. They gained 2 credits. They didn't draw. We could just like turning wheel them, but we knew the next 2 cards, so there's not that much value in it. Did anyone remember what we saw? It was Architect into what? IPO. Oh fuck, this would also be so good for HQ. I wish we had a more card draw. We'll draw again and throw this out. You see how good this card's gonna be? I already have 2 core sets in the first 2 expansion packs. Would have been $100 to walk out that door. Yeah, no, the game's good. The card pool is actually really cool. Like, it expands really well just because deck building in that game is like, I wouldn't say obtuse, but like it benefits more from options than Netrunner in some ways, just because like you can build different hand structures really easily. I dig it. Still thinking about getting it. Just bought a used set of Arkham Horror. Arkham Horror is also like really great. It's still ongoing. They have an Architect in hand. They have a Surveyor, and what else? So there's a risk here. Like the RNG key, they can res for 9 credits, which would be bad. So I think we're just gonna RNG HQ. Oh man, this is really hard to play. So our big point of the game is to get our mining exit down. So I think we're gonna modded Persia, or not Persia, Cyberdelia, play the RNG key, run HQ. So this actually will gain us a credit. They could trace this out last click, which actually would be pretty bad for the turning wheel. Maybe we should have considered that. It'd be pretty good if they spent all their money though on this. Oh, good. Oh, this is break all subroutines? Fuck! Doesn't even work. Fuck this card. We paid nothing for it though. Okay, so fire RNG key. I guess 5. We know they have a 4. We know they have a 5. They're more likely to play Biotic Labor, which is 4. We'll guess 4. Fuck, we hit the 5. Shit. Yeah, Cyberdelia's out and breaking all subs. I see that now. Yeah. Read your cards. Okay. Shit, against 5. We knew that they had Architect though, and Biotic is more probable, I guess. They also have an IPO, and like we're just not face checking. Like we gotta somehow face check. A clone chip would be nice, or self-modifying code, excuse me. Ideally, they're gonna spend all their money resing something big on R&D, and then we can like swing HQ, get that mining accident down. Maybe that'd be okay. All cards can't be as good as bad publicity. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. It's also wild in none of these matchups we've needed the MU, considering we spent so much time making the MU of this deck a lot better. Ow. Ow. So getting another bad pub is huge, because now we're actually like running HQ and clicking for credits on the IP block. Like that's kind of the dream. So like that was single bad pub would be pretty good. For what it's worth, also like it looks like the server is protected, and it largely is. Oh, there's a surveyor. We have no good. Maku is our way of dealing with surveyor. Okay. So they're running Fairchild 3. They're running Architect. Gotta do what we gotta do, huh? This could be Architect, could be Surveyor. It's probably Surveyor. Surveyor seems a lot better in this circumstance. Alright. Well, you can bring back an NGO front. So they can rearrange the top 5 cards. Not rearrange, excuse me, look at. Doesn't matter, we can like pilot through it. It means they know if they have to spend money on the Mind's Eye or not. Which is not like aggressive enough. Like, do we need 3 copies of Makua? I think we're just playing around this IP block too much. We don't want to put the Amakua down, but like the Amakua down is the way that we contest this remote, because this just needs Amakua. This clicks through. This needs a pretty big Amakua actually, but like no ice destruction may be a reason why this might not be the best in Shaper. And Shaper has no ice destruction. The Lamprey would have been good, but like we're just not drawing enough to consistently build that Lamprey lock. Like we need a lot of things. Position 5 on HQ. Okay. We also know that they have Arella Salvatore in hand, which they can install in here. They also didn't install over the IP block, which is interesting. Might not be wrong. And they know the next 2 cards on R&D. So, I don't know if we're going to steal something here or not. You just need a better economy. Okay, now firing the second sub. Interesting. Not prepared for this emotionally. We've seen 2 architects. There's probably another IP block in here. I'm gonna do 3. 3 technically fires on agenda 2. They have 3 more gatekeepers. They have no operations at 3 though. Do you swap something for an Earthrise? It's too expensive. I don't like Earthrise. It's 4. We don't play Career Fair. Like at that point, I'd rather just like play Proco. Like I'll pay 5 for a Proco. XWT thing is 3. Oh man, we have so many games to play. It's an IPO. Okay. So we only see 1 card. They paid a credit. Feels good. Do we run HQ? Yeah, we do. There is a Fairchild 3. How bad is it? It's disastrous. Let's not do that. Man, this single IP block is just goofing all over the place for us. Just like really ruining it for us. I think we're going to mod it out next turn. We have nothing to do this turn. Literally nothing to do. Do we know mining? I want to ensure the mining goes in. Like if they go down to 3 credits, it's probably still fine for them. Man, we just need Data Sucker. We just need better draw. Like the Anarch version had Inject. I've had worse. We only have Diesel. It's like so much worse. Yeah. Basically, we do go tag me unless they trash the IP block. I'm assuming the Q-bomb would make them trash the IP block. I don't know. We have no Sentry Breaker. Like, if we need to get to the Architect, which we probably do, we're going to need to deal with that. Ignore HQ and try to lock R&D. Yeah, that's probably the best we have. They know the next 4 cards. And they're installing other ice on their remote server, so they might just be good to go. Okay, they drew a card that we don't know what it is. They have an IPO. That could be an Arella in our agenda, and they just played IPO to 13. So that actually might be a good reason to play Mining Accident, because we knew they had an IPO. Probably should have considered that. Could we just let them fire the Architect over and over again? Doesn't seem like a winning play. Like, we just need a Data Sucker. Interesting. Okay, we'll pressure something. They can fire IPO next so they won't get poor soon. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably right. Alright. This is fine. Get that Vitruvius with nothing on it. We can see R&D this turn. So the cool thing about Cubon on Architect is that they can't trash it. So it becomes 1 credit. And we gain a credit. Whee! They can't trash it. I don't think we need a multi-axis this turn. We're going to have Mind's Eye set up. Okay, what have we seen so far? 2 IPOs, 1 hedge. 3 feels good. Woo! Got him! We got our Beth too, which is great. You ran archives once too many? Oh yeah, fuck. That's a strength, not the... Yeah, that's totally not right. Oh, Jinja. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's fine. If they put all their ice on there, it's fine. They took 2, by the way. Yeah, wow. I ran archives once too many. So we do have the Mind's Eye, which is kind of cool. RNG key, does that fire? Nope. Mind's Eye just doesn't work on a lot of shit. So they have the Jinja in hand. They definitely are running 5/3s. But like, man, Data Sucker. He's so good right now. Like, we are set up to like Data Sucker through everything. We might be greedy waiting for that Psych Mic. I don't think it's all strictly necessary. They can't trash Architect. Man, Cubone and Architect feels real good. We also can now contest the remote. What is that? I think we only need 6 to get through this. Why wouldn't we do that? Oh, this might not be right. This might be wrong. Considering if we steal an agenda, we don't get an Amako counter. 3 is probably not right. I want to go back to 4. Fairchild 2 is 4. Biotic is 4. They have 2 more of these. They have a lot of 4-pointers left. This might be one of them, though. They have 1 more Architect. Oh, we're so good at this. How did we get so good at this game? Turning Wheel needs a run? Yeah, for sure. I just don't want to get Amaku counters here, though, so this might have been wrong. Because I want to get 6 so we can get through Surveyor. Perhaps 2 Psychic Mic is better than 2 Beths. The thing is, like, Beth to us represented card draw. Oh, they spent 1, so okay. So, like, that's kind of why I wanted it. Psychic Mic makes money off of those. Like, Psychic Mic Turning Wheel would be pretty fun. So we need 6 if that's a Surveyor. So we're going to run Last Click, which is bad for Akawa. But if it's an Akawa, they have to Biotic it out. So whatever. Turning Wheel, Mind's Eye don't combo because Turning Wheel needs a run. It says winner run on for the remainder of this run. Like, yeah, Mind's Eye combos with very few cards. Okay, so we called that. That's fine. This also brings them much closer to the point where we can hit them with the... Man, first time per turn. Damn it. RNG Key is a good card. But it brings them closer to the bad pub, which actually like is a huge deal for this deck. Is this an agenda? It's an agenda. Okay. I think they'll take 2 credits here. That's bad for us, but we're on game point with 8 Turning Wheel tokens and 6 counters on Amakua. Things seem okay. And if they purge, we run archives. Like, we'd run 3 archives, run RD. So I think they're probably fucked. Seems good. Seems good. Do we ever need more than 6 tokens? No. No, 6 breaks through everything, I think. Again, Data Sucker. Could be an IP block, but again, we can just break that. That's probably Rashida. It's not worth checking. We're just going to use all the Turning Wheel counters. And if they don't res something here, like, we can just farm Turning Wheel counters. Can you Mind's Eye on a run? No, it takes a click. What is on the opponent's ice? Oh, Cubons. Our friends. It says when we pass the ice, gain 2 credit. So, like, we could just jack out here. I think a lot of multi-axes is probably good enough. We still play a side game. Free credits would be nice. So what's left in the deck? I think it's all 4/2s. I want them to spend money so we can maybe hit them with a binding accident. But there's a big chance that this is the last round. Man, we have like so many games to play before we access. That's always really exciting. They got 0. Okay, we're going to see a lot of cards. I think we say 6. Oh, we just win. Damn, we're good. Every single RNG key was an agenda. Hey, GG. First one. Okay. Feels okay. Breaker Suite kind of shit. If we don't get a data sucker, that's pretty bad. I feel like their jam into this remote was not right, considering we had like the breakers to get into it. If you want to see some stats, we only clicked for 1 credit. They clicked for 3. Not always the best thing to look at, but like that's cool. Yeah, right? Just rolls. Oh, you can't. Oh, like trashed it? You can't while it's installed. The perfect keybutton target. Yeah, so you can install this when trash this when it's installed, so we're always gonna get money off of it. Normally people overinstall over their ice, like what we assumed they would have done with the Cubon. That's why we play clone chip in this deck, so we can go aggressive. Let's do another one. Yo, Zachary, how's it going? Damn, you're good. Yeah, right? Kiko rules. Yeah, we made them lose a couple of credits, but the multi-axis didn't matter that much. That turn 1 turning wheel did, though. I think we'd probably want just a more reliable breaker suite. Like, maybe we want another... I don't know how we get it in, though, but, like, we just need Amakua turn 1. It's the best card. It's too good, and I don't know how we play that, man. It seems hard. Maybe Laguna Proco. We could do that. The thing is, like, at that point, once we were running, we could have drawn cards every time we fired off our unreliable RNG key. Beth would help, too. But, like, the card draw, honestly, isn't that bad. The thing about Laguna Proco is, like, we can't spend 5 credits just to, like, slowly draw, because then we're not running. And it's, like, a really... Like, I want clickless card draw. Like, if I was actually going to do that... Did you go down to 2 SMC? No, we didn't. But SMC actually would have been really good. Like, SMC is good with bad pub. We would have popped it for a data sucker. Like, I don't mind drawing an SMC there. The thing about Laguna Proco, it's like, it is very click intensive. I know I said we might use it, but like, I'd rather install, like, I'd rather mod it out of Cubon. So far, our console hasn't mattered. We've never used it. I think the console's a bad slot. There's a chance also we just want to play, and get some free card draw, maybe 1 free card draw from Astrolabe. But like if we play a Ubax for 2 credits with modded, that gives us a card a turn. That might be everything we need. Ubax might not be wrong, as unflashy as that card is. It's like basically what it's like an unconditional Vigil, and you saw how good Vigil was last week if you watched those games. Like Vigil just was insane. Free card draw every turn is nuts. Also, you could give a single patron to draw cards. Yeah, patron's cool. It doesn't work with Amakua, unfortunately. But patron's not bad. There is a chance if we do patron, like we could actually cut out the Amakuas and just run 3 admins and 3 data suckers, and then run things like 2 copies of Mind's, what's it called? The Eye. Net Ready Eyes. Like that might be fine. Like if we want to do more of that like unsuccessful run stuff where accessing doesn't matter with like patron, maybe even, I don't think we're ever going to find the influence for sec testing. We could do admin sucker, which is probably not terrible. How about Symmetrical Visage? It's probably better than Proco considering how much we'd be drawing a turn, but like again, I think clickless draw is probably fine. Ooh, Architects, they're really good at resing their ice. This hand's not good. They kept. That's always scary. None of these cards help us. We want to get a opening hand is going to be Diesel, Amakua, Data Sucker, Gamble, modded. Damn, I'm good. We hit 2 of them. That's not bad. All right, so this is a scary ability. The more we run, the more value they get, which is never great. One of the things our deck is weak to is having a lot of like taxing ass ice, which is probably exactly what they want to do. Okay. So we can always draw and play 2 things. Oh, that's a really good draw. This will probably give us a credit next turn. Pay for itself real soon. And again, Dirty Laundry, we can just save it once we get our admin out, which is SMC for 5, which sucks. And if we want to run, though, we want to run a lot. I think we'd actually get good value out of admin in this game. Okay. This is acceptable. I'll take a data sucker token. That puts us closer to that admin style play. This is also the sort of deck that runs like 18 to 19 ice, that like icing up archives is not going to be an issue for them, considering they also get like secondary strong value off of resing something on archives. Now the good thing about this matchup is that if they're on Biroids, yeah, the only way to make a secure server is to do something like this, is like double ice it. Did we face check? Yeah. Yeah, whatever. We'll make them spend money. Let's see what their ice is. They gotta show us what their ice is, though, which is cool. How bad could this be? Surveyor. Okay. All right. We do have a link. Are we gonna pay 6 credits on this? No, we're only gonna pay 3. Cheaper than removing 2 tags by a fair bit. We have Beth. This is gonna end the run. They can't score here. We can run HQ. The worst case is they have a 2 credit Byroid, which is only I think Ravana and Fairchild 1.0. So we could consider slamming R&D. Actually, yeah, we like R&D. This is fine. And they don't have a lot of money to be betting with. This is only when they pass a Byroid too. So like, I'm glad that they spent a lot of money on a non-Byroid. Spend a credit. No, we see 2 cards. Attitude adjustment. Oh, that's really good for them. That's 2 influence out of 12, right? Naja, that's the 2 cost Byroid. So we know where one of them is. It's a pretty good card. RNG key would be sick right now. Attitude adjustment means if they have agendas in HQ, it's probably worth checking right now. We saw 1 Naja. Fuck. So if we don't pass this, they don't fire their ability. That's fine. So we can just jack out there. That's acceptable. Good thing about Byroids is actually they work really well when it comes to Cuban, because you can click through them for money. That's kind of cool. I think we're gonna just discard something. Oh man, this is really good with their admins. Yeah, I think we're gonna play admin this game. Admin's kind of rough with this one though. So we know what's on here. Really? Really? I think we do admin 0, right? Oh wait, hold on. Excuse me. Let's modded that. I thought it was only for hardware for one quick second. Yeah. You know, if you're looking for clickless card draw, you can run Collective Consciousness. Yo, we actually talked about that. As a card that got cut from the deck because it took too much MU and it was interfering with the Q bonds. But I like it. Naja Opus. 3 clicks, 2 credits. All right. So this is a Naja. It's a Naja. We want to get this down. Oh man, losing clone chips to meat damage feels pretty bad. They're playing around her, Beth. I don't think we have to do much. RNG key is super sweet. The thing is, if we pass this, we get value. So if we want to run, we want to run a lot. Next turn, we'll probably get 5 credits off the top. So this is fine. And they have a card on the remote server. If they score an agenda now to go down to 1 credit, fine. Ooh, expensive, of course. Now, so we can run this. They can res the Naja. We can jack out. Seems fine. Like if we click through it, or we can even pay through it, they can res this. So we don't want to do that. We just want to make them spend money. I don't think admin 0 is the right play here. You just put it at 2 to save a lot of data suckers. I think you're right that 2 is not right. I don't know if 2 is right, but definitely 0 is wrong. Because like 0 plays around like shit that they're not playing. Like no Byroid is 0 strength. So 0 was strictly wrong by like a big amount. Like that's actually a legitimately big fuck up. We can always fix that with clone chip. But yeah, there's no reason. If we did 2, we can run here for... Yeah, fuck. What am I thinking? Thank you for pointing that out. Yo, Parallel, how's it going? It's going good. Did you see Pat? So that's good. Again, that fires their ability, which is less good. And that's why admin at 2 would be insane. Like, we get through this for free. Don't want to do that just yet. This card's not good. It's not a good card. Yeah, it's bad. This forces you to choose an icebreaker, though. I think you can choose one in your stack. I don't think you have to choose the admin. I did, but didn't get a game, unfortunately. Hey, how was the draft? I think we can go in here. Yeah, that admin was a huge fucking cock-up. Oh, shit. My installing you. Yeah, we probably want to do that. The thing is, it's like a really slow turn because then we're gonna want both of our clone chips for sure. And now we have to do it this turn. Ugh. God, that's so inefficient. This is so bad. Draft was fun. Doing it in a pub whilst people are drinking beer makes a great atmosphere. I think I've only drafted in pubs and it's been really fun. At least this run is free. We can do it twice, I guess. So they can fire it. They can res anything for 4 cheaper, which is pretty good. So that's a taxing piece of ice. Luckily, we get through it for 1 sucker. We want to fire RNG key here. So what's a good number? Let's think about this. So we haven't seen what they've drawn. If I'm not mistaken, it was Naja into, I don't know. What was it in front of the Naja? But a lot of Biroids. There's 4 Biroids. 4 cost, 2 cost, 5 cost. 4 is safe for agendas because there's more 4/2s in their deck. Attitude adjustment. That was the other card. Beans. This is free. Surveyor. Okay, so we have some ideas here. They could put Surveyor on HQ, which probably want to put all of them on the remote. Hedge fund. The thing is, every time we pass this, they get another cheap res. So like, this is a really bad matchup, I think, considering we just want to power through it. We're gonna get a card, Cyberdelia. Technically, drip economy, that will pay off. Obviously, modded would be good. I think we did end up throwing up one modded. We got another cheap res here. Another Naja, that's fine. So we've seen 2 and we've seen 5. There's no good Biroids at 5. Not a lot else at 2. I'll do 2. Fuck. Don't got it. Draw into Dirty Laundry. Oh, that's really good too. We'll go HQ again. So now we have the sucker tokens. They consider purging, but again, we get them for free. And now we find that one. Damn it. Oh, 5/3 is a Kawa and 3 SSLs. Yeah, if they're on Kawa, you're right, actually. 5s does seem better if they're on 5/3s. I was assuming they'd be on 4/2s. But yeah, they look like they have pretty good Glacier. Maybe they're just going to go 5/3. An attitude adjustment probably means that they're on 5/3s. Don't know what that is. Draw, install. Crisium, Ash, both make sense considering they want to keep us off of R&D, but they really need an ice. So that's the attitude adjustment. Oh, that's super cool. So Jinja put a Fairchild 3 on here. We do still have a Cyber Cypher if we want to really contest that. And they shuffled both in a Kawan and SSL endorsement. Okay. It's not like we accessed them, but yikes. And now they're gonna res this for cheap. Hopefully, what's the math at? Like, we need to get this off. 9 credits, not good enough. We're not gonna hit it. Hit Rashida. Okay. Definitely want to trash that. So I need this to fire. I think they can afford, considering how they get free money, they can afford oh, we could fire 2 of them. That's an agenda. Cool. Where are all your SMCs? Never seen one. It's been multiple games we haven't seen it. For what it's worth, we don't even have MU though for it. Like, that's the problem with this deck is MU. So they're drawing, which means they're not drawing ice. This is good. If they res this, they probably don't have money. They could not res it and wait till we pass the Cuban. I hope they res it though. We can get through anything of 10 strength. If it's less than 2 strength, we look dumb. Yeah, so they're going to hopefully cheap res something here. So hopefully they go less than 5 and we get 2 bad pub, which is going to be a really big deal for us. So please spend a lot of money. They spent no money. Yeah, there's a surveyor in there. Fuck! No! Shit! Oh, it's terrible. We can never run archives anymore. Fuck! That's bad. That's so bad. See if we get him. Lol, you're fucked. I think that's right. They pay 5. Got him. Got him good. We gotta click through this one now. Inti. Oh, thank God we got an Inti in this deck. This deck needs an Inti, right? Yeah, the thing is, like, we can run archives now. This is so hard to get through this. We can make this 3 strength at best. Pre-resing Rashida. Seems reasonable, I guess. So we'll run, click through this. Get a Beth credit. Things are good. We can consider cyber ciphering this. Interestingly, we can get through this server for 5 credits if we click through that and play a Net Ready Eyes. I'm fine with playing the Net Ready Eyes. I just don't want to lose this one. It seems important. Oh man, we're so good. So like, what do? We need another Cubone on there. Let's not run this turn. Oh, that's not another Cubone. I thought that was another Cubone. Turtle? Not that much better than Atman, actually. Actually, no, it is better than Atman. SMC that we can afford to install. So we're going to start running HQ and clicking through things. It's a really good turn to run after Rashida. NRE puts you over 2, though. It's our choice. It says you can initiate and choose an icebreaker. I'm pretty confident we can choose an icebreaker that's not installed. Like, we can choose Inti. I'm pretty sure that works like that. Net Ready Eyes. Please be like that. Is that was ruled, right? Right? Help. What is this? What is this? We're so fucked. We got good ice on every server. I don't think it works like that. I remember them like doing Twitter rulings that you could call Net Ready Eyes not installed. Choose an icebreaker. Because it doesn't say installed icebreaker, right? So you can say anything. It would have to say installed icebreaker. Because the idea is you can call Net Ready Eyes and call a card in your deck and self-modifying code during the run. HQ is Jinjet, likely. 2 more CVSs, that's fine. I don't know why there's so many CVSs in their deck. Oh, that was credits, excuse me. It should be clicks. Oh, one of these is bad pub. Here, I'm just gonna let me fix that real. This is a better way to fix it, because otherwise we just don't fuck up the bad pub thing. Man, 2 more CVS would be rough. At least we got to see it. I think this is probably a CVS. So, like, the rig is really good. So, Iverdelia, Atman, bad pub. This, then this. Seems fine. I don't have a good idea what to call there because the 5 is on there. They didn't use their ability. We can't call on the upgrade because it's a card installed in the server, I'm pretty sure. Oh. No, we could. Lucas has ruled on Twitter that you can choose any visible icebreaker, not just installed ones. Perfect, thank you. So if you have an icebreaker in the heap, you can choose that one. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't say installed. I'd assume they would have jammed an agenda. They wouldn't have jammed a 4-2 or a 5-3. I think they're on 5-3s, but there's not a lot of good 5 ice. We've seen 2 surveyors. We'll do 4. Archive memories. Shit. Jinja. Obviously not good. So now this is at 4 strength if we needed to. Which isn't good enough. It's not good enough. Oh, I think we just draw once. Credits are not that important. Oh, look, self-modifying codes. That's good. Not unique. It's like they're playing some Euro board game. They have so much choice. Oh, Fairchild 3 on here. That's fine. They can't res it this turn. Card, advance. Okay. All right. This deck should have Dean Lister. I don't know. Doesn't work for something in the stack. I don't technically agree with that ruling, but I see where it comes from. Okay. All right. So this can make it a 3 strength, 4 strength. All right. Now we're dealing with real power. We can always reinstall this and make it a higher strength so we can contest this remote. But if there's low strength ice on here, we're goofed. Also, we don't know what this is. They can't really res anything for nothing. There's actually some case that we can get through this server. Wait, we can get through this server. Unless it's an NGO front. But if we get through the server, like it's just, we pay 7 credits to beat the trace. I feel like we need to do it because we're in such a bad spot. And then we'll just play tag me. The thing is, if it's an NGO front, it's like brutal. Is the remote NGO? I don't know. It could be. But there's 2 Rashidas in the bin. So what does that tell us? Yeah, it has to be an NGO front. They went down to 1 credit. Of course it's an NGO front. Yeah. Zach, yeah. You're calling it 100% it's an NGO. Okay. Never mind. That means that we can run this. If it's a Fairchild 3 they res the NGO, we can just like click through it and let the last subroutine fire. Yeah, this is fine. If it's an Ash, it's fine. Done. No further action. So it looks like they want to free res it. That's fine. I don't think we're actually going to get an access here. So this is just let them free res shit. Yeah, I don't look at how many credits they have on JNet. I should. So now they can res. With 1 credit, actually not a lot. It's 5 strength ice, right? So they can't res this. Oh, good. They can get no value. So we're going to guess 0 here. We can see all their hand, but I don't know if that's that good. SSL. We didn't guess 5. Shit. They got money. Actually, can we actually always guess the money and access Jinja? First time you make a successful run on HQ, each turn you may name a number. If you do, reveal the next card that you access. I guess you can't reveal resed cards, so no, you can't. I'm wrong, right? Why not Cyber Cypher on HQ or drop the turtle and let it start to grow? The turtle actually would probably be reasonable. The thing with the turtle, they're more likely to purge, which is bad for us anyways. We can get into R&D now. It's real expensive. I don't think the turtle is wrong. We just don't have a lot of money. We are on game point. I think we just actually do this. Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. I shouldn't have already eyes that. I didn't click off of that. Yeah, I was going to build turning wheel counters. This should be NRE'd. I goofed the NRE interaction, though. Like, there's no reason... yeah, there was no reason not to do the NRE because I was going to, like, not break the nausea. That's bad. What do we do here? That's technically a fuck-up. Yeah. Okay. Fire it. That's fine. Whatever. We'll solve that. But that's wrong. Like, we knew that was that we should have NRE'd there. There's no reason we shouldn't have. Can we trash installed card? Oh, they do have brain damage. They should have waited. We're fine with that brain damage. So we can either lose 3 credits. Well, we'll do 1 because we lose only 2 credits because of bad pub. And I think the Cyberdelia is probably... Oh, then we're full on MU. We're going to go ahead and play those credits. Huge misplay. That's real bad. We knew what that was. There's no reason to fall into that. And, like, it does look like they have a lot of money, but this is here. Just trash the RNG. Favorite card. Okay, so this actually could be an agenda. They have enough money to res this. We have to get through this. And they can res very little else. So we can do credit. So if that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 2. We also know they're on Akawa, so if we ever click through anything, it's going to be shit for us. There's no good turning wheel counter targets here because they're all pretty beefy. And if we use our NRE on this, we can't use our NRE on that. So that's going to be an issue. You have 2 clones, though. Yeah, install cards can't be revealed, yeah. NT was a tough one to lose. I don't think so. I don't know. It's worse now because I need to juggle admin. Yeah, so NT would be cool with here because NT works really well with NRE to get through this. The thing is, like, if I admin this, I can't get through that. I guess I have to click through this. So, like, we can do admin 5 and click through this. The other option's like, okay, so the most they can make the trace is 8 plus 4. But then we're tagged, and then this is our 1-win condition. So, like, basically at any point, we can kind of just, like, I hope they score something here. And then we can just like win on R&D. I don't know what we'd possibly draw into that we want to draw. I guess we could draw into a gamble. Fuck you. Can't you clone chip into it? Yeah, you could. But like, they probably jammed the other agenda they have. I think we'd probably just try to win and see maybe 4 or 5 cards if we're lucky off of Akiko's ability. What about if we just have multiple admins? Like if we have more admins in this deck instead of Amaku and we just did like admin 5, admin 2, I think we'd be fine. The thing is like not a lot of decks can not a lot of decks can put 3 ice on every server. Also they're drawing, mind you, there was 2 draws and they didn't install in any remote. So like they're probably not. Oh, that's piss off. Great. So that's it's not good. Excuse me, if we played Dean Lister, this would not be an issue. Yeah, man, that Cyberdeck's Virus Suite. It's good. Good card. I don't know what we possibly could draw into. Man, this is so rough. We're going to lose real slowly because I still need to score 7 points. They actually could probably purge. Escher would have been pretty good here. Yeah, right? Escher would have been okay. Yeah, I think Ash makes a lot of sense. Luckily, we do have Link and Trace and stuff like that. But like, this still costs us 4 credits. I think we want to draw into a Cubone. Oh, that's good. We could consider like over installing the Cubone to get into the bin, like installing the Inti. I mean the admin for the Amakua to get the Cubone on like one of these ice or something that's like more easy to capitalize on. Because like if we got the Cubone in here, we can play 3 credits, 2 which we get back, 1 is Bad Pal, 1 Cyberdelia, and then we can like actually build turning wheel counters. So I'm actually okay with that. Problem is that Cyberdeck. If that Cyberdeck wasn't there, this would have been so much easier. I think we draw last click. Oh. Yeah, we need money. We're going to beat Ash. Do you have Stimac in the deck? No. 12 influence. It's a bit hard. The thing is, like, we want repetitive pressure, and if we have repetitive pressure, like, we're fine. Like, we're not boosting a lot of things. Oh, that's bad for us. That was, like, a really bad outcome. Sai would have been good. We have a Sai. Oh, we don't. Thought we did. We do in the deck, at least. But Sai doesn't even do this cheaper than Atman. Like, Atman does this really well. Oh, the problem about Atman's strength. Fuck. So Atman can get to these 2, so we can run click. Atman. Yeah, that's the best we got. No matter what, we're going to get tokens and stuff. Red target for net ready eyes. Okay. Can't steal the 5/3. Cyber Cypher might be in my hand. It doesn't help that much though. Like we're paying 4 for this, 3 for this. Like it's not much better. I found the Sai. Yikes. It's hiding. It's like it's a wide screen, you know? What am I missing? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, we can steal. We have Oh, wait, hold on. So we have a click left over. How do we get through this? We can just take a brain damage. Yeah, I got it. Yep. Oh, no, we can. We're fine. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, sorry, we just data sucker one of these. Oh, we can get through it. 1 second, 3 credits for FC2, yeah. Need 5 on the ice? I'm clicking this one. Yeah, so this gives us 5 clicks, so we actually can steal the 5/3 to win the game. We can steal the co-op project. Not using their ability. This is going to be 2 credits. Did we want to clone chip the Cubone? Yeah, it's probably not necessary this turn. We can actually just take a brain damage. None of these cards are good. You can brain me. Actually, one of them is good. This one's good. They'll hit it, though. Okay. It's an Ash. That's fine. We just want to trace the Ash. We're going to get Turning Wheel counter. RNG key doesn't fire because it's rezzed. We'll go ahead and guess 5 regardless. So then we can pressure this next turn. We got Data Sucker back, though. Oh, wow, they're not boosting it. Yeah, we have a chance of winning. We might have used that too late. Can we use that? Did we use that too late? Yeah, we can't use that, actually. Because we have to wait before the Ash fires. Yeah, that's not right. We're a bail out of this. Yeah, we can't. After reaching the server, there's no paid ability. And I'm not going to use them before. It'd be a shitty thing to do. Yeah, once you're doing all the effects, like, there's no more paid ability window. I'll do the brain. I'll do the same card. That's the only issue. What did we lose? We lost this. Yeah, so we don't have to reroll that. You do get Cyber after FC3, though. Not sure it matters. We got it off the Nausea. Because we did pay for the Nausea. Because this is only first time breakout piece of ice. Sorry? I need to use them before, yeah. But it triggers when you break all the subs? Yeah, but we broke all the subs on Nausea. And this is only first ice. So, like, we already fired it here, so breaking all the subs here doesn't matter. Oh, we get on FC3. Oh, you're right. Well, okay. You're right. Do it now. I know you're not going to boost the trace, so I gain some info, so I'm not going to use them. Doesn't seem fair. Man, if they boost the trace on this one. We still have a chance of winning, though. Okay, cool. So we'll trash this. Link matters. Nice. Got him. Rashida. Yeah, we don't want them that. NGO front. Wow, those are good accesses. By good accesses, I mean we have no money. In case you end up in a spot where you're just clicking through FC3 to build turtle, you don't get +1 credit in addition to turning wheel. Hold on 1 second. In case you end up in a spot where you're just clicking through. How are we going to get turtle? I'm not sure, Zach. I'm getting the Cyberdelia, though, on this no matter what. Am I missing something? You're right, though. If we click through this, we break the subroutines. So we do get Cyberdelia. I think that's cool. Because it's not bypass. You actually break subs. That's another Fairchild 3.0. Fuck. That is the only bad thing about trashing everything. Well, that was in there. Okay. So 3, 6, 7, 8. Still a lot of agendas. We just click 4? Why is my max hand size? There you go. They still need a lot to win. I think we can click for credits. They might just purge. I don't know what we draw into that's better. There's nothing else we need. I don't know if we want to show we have this, but we need our clicks. We need to like click through stuff. They might purge here. So they drew 2 cards that don't seem to be ice, otherwise they would jam them on their remotes. We're also really lucky that this isn't a surveyor. This is something that we can kind of negotiate. Eric, what's up? You took brain from FC? Yeah, I did. It just didn't do the hand size because we did it manually, so I fixed it. These are not linked together. All right, so it could be a 3-2. So far we've seen all the Rashidas, all the NGOs. So upgrade, maybe. So ideally we want to access with 6 tokens, but we know what this is. We can click through this. This is... I think we can get through everything. So check this out. So we click through 3, and we gain 3 credits on a turning wheel token. It's cool. That's okay. It's not terrible. We always want to have a click left when we access. That doesn't feel ass. It's like clicking for 3 credits. Yeah, right? Feels good. All right. So maybe we access 5 cards next turn. That's the thing, is their ice is technically really bad at keeping us out if we need to get in. You know the game is on. I'm sitting on a chair all real weird. That's fine. This is fine. They have 13 credits. This is fine. We now have fewer clicks, though. That's what's not fine. Because Ikawa's, we need to click extra. And they're playing around Beth. We could trash RNG key for another Cubone. Seems bad. Okay. So we ideally don't click through anything. We also don't want to put multiple Cubones on the same card. It seems like a mistake. Okay. 4 clicks to work with. If we put a Cubone on here, we can run. No, we're fucked. We can't break 2 5-3s in a row. 5 strength ice in a row. Right? We can break through... Yeah, no, we can't. If you CC for Sai, you can break it. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I think this admin's no good. I think we CC for Sai. I think you're right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we install this. We sell Cubone. And then we go. And this server's actually really cheap. Oh, but if we install the Cubone, we run out of MU again. I think we're not going to have the RNG key anymore. We need to click left. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Click. Oh, fuck. No, stop. Okay. So, I'm picking Cyber Cipher from with NRE. Yeah, we're gonna pick it. You want to say the Cubone to override the admin? No, admin's good. I like admin. Oh, we could override the admin at 5. Actually, that'd be insane. Wait, that's way better. No, but then we can't get to the lower stuff. No, this is acceptable. This is acceptable. Because then we can't deal with this shit. I think the Cyber Cyber is fine. Yeah, we need admin for Naja, yeah. I don't want to fuck with admin. So we'll do this during the run. It's clearly not implemented. This is fine. Cyber Cipher. Yeah, again, the deck has problems with MU. So this is 5 strength. So here we pay 3. Get 2 back. Get 1 from here. You can click the Naja and then soak the FC2. I think we just break all this stuff with Sai. Add 5 strength with NRE. NRE doesn't say installed icebreaker. So you can call something in heap. or either Turtle and Sucker the FC2. There's a lot of options here. Clone chipping out of the heap does not retain strength, though. Fuck. Then we just spend... Then we spend an extra credit. Actually, hold on. So I'll just install it before I run and not use the bad pub. Why not install then run? Because we would save a bad pub. I guess we don't technically save it because we're going to spend it anyways. Not the biggest deal. CVS there though? We don't know. We don't need the CVS though. Like the CVS doesn't matter. That's why we don't. The CVS now doesn't matter. You could also trash one of our installed cards if money mattered. Well, Coupon fired twice? That's weird. We'll fix that. Not sure why Coupon fired that many times. Did we fire Cyberdelia? Yep. I think every time a program is installed, it's considered a different instance of the program. Huh. They probably pay 2 here. Fuck, they sent 0. Okay, let's win. We need 2 credits to access the 5-3. Satyr, Adaptive Berry. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Fuck! Shit. What was the top card? I don't remember any of those. It was like something into Satyr, into Ichi. Piss. Whatever. Well, team, huh? Fuck. So they just drew the Satyr. I think they're gonna jam that onto R&D, which is actually like a legitimate issue. Yeah, fuck that. At least we can farm turning wheel counters off of that. Indeed, Judge. So what is this? Can we just charge this remote? All the NGOs are out. The problem is like this is probably Nash. The thing is like we can make this 3, 4, 5. There's 2 surveyors on here. Oh, they have 1 billion credits again. Got him. By got him, I mean we're never gonna be able to break this, are we? I guess we need 1 more counter. Oh, this is so fucking hard. Run archives for Turtle and Sucker. There's a Cyberdex in there though. Yeah, Zach said that. Are you just say take it back? Sorry? No, there's a Cyberdex though. Like we access, we lose all our suckers. Problem is like getting if they purge, we can. Oh, we'll inty through this shit, huh? We have no good way to getting through this. We don't even have money. I think we need money more than anything. Yeah, we needed that. What was the chance that 1 card we didn't access in an agenda if we'd paid 0? This can't be right. I think we need money. They probably score this, then maybe purge next turn. And 2 through 7 strength ice cost a bit. It costs something. But we got Data Psyker and Net Ready Eyes. The problem is we have no more clone chips. Oh, correction, we have 1. Oh, there's an Ichi on the outside. They got the SSL. So they're probably on all 5 3s and then a single successful field test, which seems okay with Jinja, I guess. You spend a credit to pump Sai? In what scenario? I think casual that your stream is a bit behind. I don't think I spent a credit to pump Sai. I hope I didn't. They played Archive Memories to add IPO to their hand. Do you have Tinkering? Oh man, Tinkering, huh? How do we possibly win this? Next turn they purge. We just can't get through this. And I don't remember the next cards are. I think we have to contest the remote. The thing is, like, it's all surveyors. They have an IPO in hand, so they're gonna have a lot of money, let alone 9 more cards on here, so we can't trace through it. 11 cards in R&D, yeah, right? Like, they did attitude adjustment. And we know they're not drawing agendas. Because they would have rushed them into the remote. The thing is, with infinite money, we don't have the sort of breaker suite that can contest anything. Like, we just need other shit that we're never gonna have. I thought Never Ready Eyes was 2 strength. That makes more sense. You got 1 R&D run? We can't get through this. Like, to get through this, if it's at 8 strength, which it might be 9 strength next turn, it cost him nothing to make it 9 strength. Oh, it cost him something, actually. It's impossible. Hedge, Cider, HEFCT. Yeah, that's an issue. Like, this is going to get so big. That was a top. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, where's that Escher? And, like, how good would Escher have been? Legitimately pretty good. Like, that Escher would have been sweet. We would have had, like, a lot of fun here. They're also not free-resing this stuff, so we don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure some of it is, what do we draw for? Oh, Psych Mike. Yeah, it's a good card. It's funny, but, like, the console actually would have been okay here, because we may be able to see fresh cards, but I don't know how that's ever going to happen. So, SSL gives them 3. They just drew an FC2, I think. Yeah, which is now on that remote. They just drew a card we didn't see. Gained a credit. Played IPO. 18 credits. 8 strength here. Still seems like an issue. Can we run HQ? I don't think we need to. I think next turn they purge, which has a small window of running HQ. Just use Inti? Yeah, the thing is we have to find our clone chip. Oh, we got it. Yeah, we're fucked. We don't have a Sentry Breaker. We can't contest any of this shit. I think they probably just purge. We have 1 run on HQ where we hope that we hit something good. Hail Mary HQ. Yeah, I think we have to run now that they're starting to draw cards that we don't know what they are. Give away past the barriers. Yep. Yep. Not entirely true. Okay. So that is the winning agenda, which it looks like they perfectly ripped off the top. If I'm not mistaken, the one card that we didn't see when we paid 0 was this agenda. Go for the mill. If I'm not mistaken, if they just top decked that thing and jammed it in there, that was the card that we missed off of the Akiko where we paid 1 credit instead of 0. The last card. Okay. That's fucked up. So there's 2 10-strength surveyors here. That seems unapproachable. Still 1 unknown in hand. I think they would have jammed it. But you're right. Like, probably the play is run HQ for 1 axis. Or all the axes. But yeah, they have to hit back-to-back agendas. Like, that's our only play. Like, I'm trying to figure out the math, but, like, this is unassailable. This seems unassailable. I need to figure out if it is assailable. Because, like, there are agendas in RD for sure. Okay, so we can do the most. We can get a 6 strength admin. So we could run here. We have 5 clicks, which is really good. We can make this a 3 strength admin. We can click through this. Seems bad already. So we can spend... No, as soon as we make a 3 strength admin, this eats us. I don't think they're scared. I don't think there's agendas in here. We can see all of HQ really easily. That's for sure. The Ichi is also an issue. Man, maybe this deck just needs more admins. Like, this is the argument for doing a bigger admin, but then we need more admins to do with all this shit. But, like, if we had enough admins, like, their ice is, like, 3 a pop, 1 a pop. This fucks with admin. This fucks with admin, but that's largely it. Yeah, I think we just run HQ. I don't see another play here. 14 cards left in our stack. I think we run HQ. Wait, can we even run HQ? Yeah, we can. I think generally admin high turtle and low is pretty effective. Yeah, that's probably what we needed to do. We saw an early admin, we just went for it. But admin high turtle low seems right, especially with NRE. The problem is that CVS and archives is like such a big deal. Not a lot of decks are running that. I'm not sure why they are anyways. They're not playing like a fast advance deck. Just need admins and fems. Yeah, we just test run fems all day. Alright. I don't see anything smart here to do. Oh, I could be a big side, my friend. Going to go ahead and click through that. We could start trashing our installed cards actually if we want more clicks. They don't matter. Didn't see that coming. What else we got? It did win US Nats one year. It's good. 3M 3 Data Sucker seems like a half decent breaker suite. It's pretty good. It's that used to be like admin sucker used to be like one of the strongest archetypes in Netrunner for like a long time. So notoriety also wouldn't help in this matchup. It's good to know. Let's see their whole hand. No. No. Wow. Wow. 3 attitude adjustment. Oh, fuck me. What was the barrier plan? Didn't really have a good one. Data suckers. Or clone chip and Inti. Yeah. Did you top deck the agenda on the next card after FC2? Oh, that was fine. Yeah, server sucks. It's a really bad server. Man, ice got good, huh? Do you know when you drew that last Akawa? I think it was the one card I missed on the Kiko Sai game on the Deep Dig. Yeah, fuck. That's how Cyberdeck's Fire Suite did us in. And, like, they probably could have iced up archives to a bit. It might have slowed them down, but, like, specifically the sort of deck that we're running, if we're not running, yeah, it was Ash. If we're, oh, dang. Yeah, it was the one card that we didn't hit off the Kiko Sai game where we're like, fuck it, we'll bet 1. If we bet 0, we would have had the game. Shit. Still, that's like the R&D density here is nuts, right? This is a 45 card deck. So they're running, like in the bottom 7 cards, there's 2 agendas. Maybe that's not too over curve. Hey, cheers. Yeah. Yeah, that Cyberdex is pretty bad. But, all right. I think this one didn't work anywhere near as well as it did last time with our friend Reina Roja. That being said, the ice destruction definitely does help. Not having ice destruction means that you get to these late games, but I think 2 of the matches we specifically played were like Jinja-esque Glacier decks with a lot of ice, which I don't think we ran into that with Reina. I think Reina, we played like weird Jinteki. We played a pretty nuts CTM game. We didn't run anything that was running really big ice. Maybe we did. Anyways, I think there's an archetype here that's interesting. There's also a big chance like you could just do this in like Jasminder and then like rebirth into Kiko when you need it, just so that you can have 3 more influence, which seems actually kind of useful. 12 influence is like pretty rough. For what it's worth, none of the games Lamprey would have been that good, but Lamprey Satcon is an option. I think we just need to figure out what a better breaker suite is. Like we can go all in on Atman and probably sustain that pretty well. We can't use Takobi. We can use Net Ready Eyes. We can use Data Sucker. I don't know if there's anything else that we can use to boost his strength. I think Gabriel Celesti also says no AI condition on it, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't want to play Is that not it? Gabriel Selassie? Yeah, it's not AI. And I don't want to play Adjusted Matrix. It just doesn't seem very good. You also have to still break strength with it. There's also a big chance that like this sort of archetype is largely just better in a smoke deck. Like the fact that we can break things for free with stealth credits might just be better than the Atman Sucker thing. That being said, like Atman Sucker, let's find if we can find old Atman Sucker deck lists. Like if you haven't played for that long, you have to have played for like 4 or 5 years to have seen this archetype in its like heyday. This was the archetype that was like really good when I started playing the game for the first time. There was like a lot of noise, a lot of Atman Sucker. You don't want to work? Okay. But like those decks had really good. It was like 3 Sucker, 3 Atman, and I don't know what else because it's been a long time. I think they were like Kate decks most of the time. Maybe even Chaos Theory. I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be an issue because one of the data suckers is from revised core set. One of them is not, so we have to go for the older one. It looks like this is revised core set. You're just tuning in, by the way. My name is Andre. Welcome to the Mensch Ball Grid. I don't think that worked, or it's still loading. Okay. Atman Sucker is really good in the SOCR league. What's the restrictions on SOCR? I mean, they also had Parasite. Yeah, that seemed important. That was a big thing, is that they did have Parasite to go with the suckers with the clone chips, and back in the day, that was insane. Yeah, any problem I switch is Parasited. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And that's the thing, is like if you're on Atman Data Sucker, which I don't know which one of these is the right one, the best thing you can do is make sure they have no ice on centrals. Like cash refresh, owning 1 big box and the latest cycles. Okay, makes sense. This is not loading pretty well, but that was the idea, right? They ran 3 clone chip. I think they also might have ran scavenge, maybe not. And they ran okay, apparently it doesn't matter. By popularity, something is wrong here. How's that? We'll never know. We'll never know. Atman Sucker Netrunner. I'm surprised on Netrunner DB there's no page that shows like decks that use this card or something like that. Anyways, it was a good archetype. I don't know if it'll do. I think we probably had some bad matchups today. Like we only played against stuff with a lot of ice, which is kind of weakness. Obviously losing Parasite, losing away to trash ice makes the thing a lot worse. Cubone is the thinking person's Parasite. I agree with that, right? For what it's worth, also none of the ice that we Cuboned in any of the games did they ever trash. And it makes a lot of sense if they have Jinja and like cards like Satyr, Adaptive Barrier, and the other one. Like, yeah, that's fine. Choose Kate as identity card. I think it's the data suckers are not working. Let's just do Atman Kate. Maybe that'll be better. Maybe we'll put Parasite in there. There's only 1 Parasite. There is though. Click on deck list. That's where we are. But like I'd assumed it would be on this page. Is it somewhere here? No. Silver Bullet Kate. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Roman, how's it going? Hey, want to play? Unfortunately, it's like 8 minutes to midnight right now, so I'm actually just winding the stream down. But another time, if you're on next week, we can totally do that. Also, how's it going? Gullet Crusher, what's up? Under links on the card page? Wait, for real? Check that shit out. Yo, they figured everything out here. How's it going, Gullet Crusher? It does. What does that do? I've never clicked that button. Demon Kate, Dumbo Kate, these are all too new. Let's running PvP Kate. That's not exactly right. Signature Kate. Man, Kate decks. Old Spags deck from 2014. Oh man, I miss old Netrunner. Old Netrunner was cool. Not that new Netrunner isn't cool. Man, Bayokin taking names. This is Atman, 1 Parasite. Okay, this is not Atman Sucker. I don't know if we're gonna find Atman Sucker. This is 1 Data Sucker, 1 Atman. Man, old Netrunner. Oh, the feels. 2 Data Sucker, 1 Atman. This is not it. 2 Atman, getting closer, but this seems to be a stealth deck with Snowball and Silencer. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. 3 Atman, 1 Data Sucker, 1 Parasite. This seems about right. That was the whole rig. 3 Atman, a Cyber Cipher, and an Inti. And they had a Parasite that they recurred, a Data Sucker that they pulled out. They had 3 Clone Chip. Patron. This is not the deck. This is way too new, but that's the sort of idea. I'm surprised that we're not finding it. Well, we tried. So drafting is fun. Hurstonwood, how's it going? Catman was the archetype. Yeah, that was the archetype. Maybe we just search Catman as a deck list name. We might find it. But yeah, it was pretty good. Temujin, Catman. Okay. Temujin, though, is like way too early for what I'm thinking. Catman, Parasite, Vancouver, Terminal 7 tournament. That sounds about right. This is the dude who makes this website, by the way. Okay, maybe that'll do it. Yeah, 3 Catman, a Fem, a Deus Ex. Oh, yeah, they did Deus Ex, and that was their whole thing, right? 3 Parasite, 3 Deus Sucker, 3 Admin. That was it. Grimoire, fucking wild as a splash, right? For 2 influence. It means all your Parasites start with 1 strength, which is nuts. It means your Data Suckers come in with a bit more value. And that's all you needed. Proco, Plascrete, because of meta, and that was it. And they had 2 Scavenge, 3 Cloneship. This was mean. It was not fun to play against, but it was pretty good. And Net Shield as a program, it's pretty wild. Look for 2014 lists. Yeah, there we found it. We found it. Dumbo K by the Big Boy, though, is like a patron deck. It's wildly different, but it is the same sort of idea of like the sort of aggressive running sort of shaper that we try to build. Oh, shame. We'll check out next week then. Hope you're doing great. Thanks so much, Roman. You as well. We'll try to do next week, huh? That's why drafting old cards is fun. Yeah, right? Oh, man. Oh, old Netrunner is cool. Anyways, that deck still needs work. But I think there's some idea there for sure. For those we played games against, thanks so much for the games. For everyone who tuned in, either live or on the VOD, thanks so much. Hopefully you have a good week. We'll be around same time, same place next week. You know it. Otherwise, next week is really exciting in some ways. Obviously, FFG loses the license of Netrunner on Monday, the 22nd of October, 2018. So while that'll be over and you're not going to longer see any Netrunner products on their websites, at least you'll see Android stuff. I know they're still doing their Genesis thing. But on the 23rd, it looks like Nisei is going to start like showing new cards and stuff like that. That's what they said. So that's exciting. That's Tuesday next week. So if you want more Netrunner content, you're craving new cards, you're craving stuff like that, it'll be out next week. We have stuff to talk about and like do videos and stuff like that. That's always fun, huh? That's largely it. Enjoy your weekends. I know there's nationals last week. Maybe there's some more this week. I don't know about my area so much, but if you are playing in those, best of luck. Have fun. And be good to one another. And like positive stuff like that. I think one of my favorite things is, again, like cutting off the stream mid-sentence. I just find it really funny. The problem is I have to look